It's a pathetic day in the neighborhood, the shittiest day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Won't you be mine? It's a beautiful day and I've got some wood. A beautiful day and you're a neighbor. Would you be mine? Won't you? I've always wanted to have a neighbor. Just like you, I guess. As long as you don't threaten my life or break into my apartment and steal my shit. So, let's make the most of this shitty ass day. And since we're together, I got nothing else to do anyway. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Please don't point that gun at my neighbor. Well, hi there, neighbors. I'm so glad I have time to be with you today. You know, it's only a few days before New Year's. New Year's Eve is such a magical time of year. We stay up late, drink more than our usual amounts, hit on women, count down to midnight, wake up at someone's house as they're tossing a little bit of cat litter on me to get me to leave, or even waking up with my dick glued to my asshole. Well, it's also a time for new beginnings. A new year means a fresh start. I'd like to think of 2018 as a shitty, nasty, even bloody year. Really, this year I felt basically on my period, and 2019 is like a fresh tampon. Now, in case you didn't know there, kiddos, tampons are a feminine hygiene product that require a quick tug of the string if you want to get up in there. Now, anyway, well, I've got some resolutions to improve myself in this new year. How about you? First and foremost, I need to get laid. Fuck, I need to get laid. I've resolved in my heart that women are going to be so attracted to me this year that they find me absolutely irresistible. I'm guessing my best chances for this to happen is wherever women are getting drunk. I wonder who the fuck that could be. I'm coming! Hold a second! Motherfucker, I'm coming! Alright, well, let's just look through our trusty peephole here and make sure that that isn't someone scary. Why isn't anybody scary at all? It's my friendly neighbor, John. Hi, John, come on in. You remember my friends.
Oh, hi, Drunk Tim. Yeah, I remember these guys. What are you guys up to?
Well, we were just talking about our New Year's resolutions. Do you have any New Year's resolutions that you'd like to share with us, John?
Well, absolutely. I'm thinking about getting my body in shape. Like, as in the shape of a woman. I think inside, I'm a woman, but on the outside, I'm still, a man.
Well, that sounds like a fantastic New Year's resolution, John. So what brings you to my place today?
Well, actually, I was wondering if you had a cup of sugar. I'm baking a cake, and I ran fresh out of sugar.
Oh, John, I'm so sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I am fresh out of sugar. Could you maybe use some salt instead?
No, sir. I'm trying to keep my blood pressure down. I guess I'll go ask Juice, the drug dealer, down the hall.
Well, thanks for stopping by anyway, John. And thanks for sharing your New Year's resolution with all of us.
Well, have a happy New Year, Drunk Tim.
Well, and you have a happy New Year as well, John. And that goes for all of you, too. I want to wish all of my neighbors a happy New Year. Next time, maybe don't be such a bunch of fucking mooches and bring Drunk Tim a bottle of something yummy.
We're in first place in the frickin' Idiot League.
Idiot's Talk Sports Show. Sports talk. Funny and uncensored.
All right, good Sunday to you. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. We are the Idiots Talk Sports, also known as Tits, coming to you from the On the Border studios here in Oklahoma City. I'm Chance Del Fuego. With me is Drunk Tim, and of course, we have got Big Paul with us today.
In the house! Sorry.
We're excited.
Coming in with some additional enthusiasm today.
The only reason why this is like a house is because, Drunk Tim sleeps here when no one's looking.
That's right. There's no cameras in this room.
He hides, in the back until all the closers leave.
That's right.
And then he does like that Walmart baby shit.
It's free rent. That's right.
Where the heart is.
We're getting excited. We're ready for this New Year's coming up. And just ready to talk some sports, talk a whole lot of other stuff with you today. I feel like we've got a whole lot to go through today. We've got, we're going to try again to do a thing with Alexa. Remember last week that didn't go so well.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. We're going to talk about college football playoff. That didn't go so well for our home team last night. We're also going to talk some NFL. We also have a special interview today. We're going to be talking to a celebrity who had a controversy this week.
No way.
Absolutely. It's going to be, it'll shock you. It will amaze you.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. And just a question coming up that we'll talk about. Should we expand the college football playoff or should we eliminate the bowl games? Of course, we'll also include some dirty dictionary and some other items in this episode today with Tits. So, guys, how's your week been this week?
Well, for me, it's... I hate to be a broken record, but this is the worst week as far as it goes with sleep I've maybe ever had. I can't remember because I work overnight, so my days are so screwed up and, what day is which and whatnot, but... There was a little over 2 days where I literally went 50, 51, 52 hours in a row without sleep. So I'm I feel like a zombie.
It's just because of the switch to your night job?
No, it's just shit always comes up. And yesterday, my best friend, he really wanted me to do it's like Postmates, but it's the DoorDash thing. You bring fuckers food and shit.
Yeah, the delivery, yeah.
And so he had texted me yesterday asking me if I wanted to go do that. So I actually thought about not replying to him and just going to sleep, or at least trying to. And so then I realized I literally have no cat litter for the cats, fucking assholes. And so I got tired of them shitting in my bathtub.
Right.
So
that gets old quick.
That gets old pretty quick. And so I was like, well, hey, if I go do this DoorDash
Although
thing,
massaging for your feet, I suppose, while you're in the shower.
Oh, yeah, it's, but, it also just brings another, security issue, while you're taking a shower. I already feel like I'm getting old because every time I step into the shower, I slip a little. So, I'm at that age now where I need to get one of those fucking pads, I guess.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You're at the old phase where you need one of those grip pads.
Yeah. Maybe massage.
I could be. You know
that
what?
litter grip.
You know what? I don't know if it makes you feel any better or worse, but I might be there too. It's just that it's been a while since I've been in a bathtub that had a smooth bottom to it. I've got a grip.
Yeah, that's what poor people use.
Right.
Well,
I don't have one made out of granite.
If it's clumping in the tub, it's clumping in your pipes. So, yeah, you got to attack that litter issue quick.
Very quick.
Yeah.
the pipe. Are you concerned about your pipes though?
No,
they're not even your pipes.
No, what's annoying is so they gave me, because this apartment is so shitty. I'm so glad they have a new owner, but there's that thing that catches all the hair and shit in the bottom of the thing. I didn't have one of those, and finally one of the assholes was like, "Hey, here's one of those." Why the fuck wasn't it in there in the first place? Anyway, so yeah, so
those are expensive.
One of my One of my cats is so fucking smart. She figured out that she can grab that fucker, and she's got an obsession with putting metal things in her water bowl.
Ooh.
It is so weird. There's been at least like 5 times when I've seen that drain catcher thing in her water bowl.
Wow.
It's like, what the and like my tweezers she puts in there.
That's like My Strange Addiction, that show on TLC.
My strange thing. Like
I like
also
metal
like
things in my water bowl.
I also like
strain
eating
it.
chalk.
Trying to get some stuff out.
Yeah, she's like having to dig the hair out, you know.
Like, at least perform a service, bitch. But like, you know, as per usual, like I'm struggling for rent, but I figured, you know, $50 a shift until the 3rd or whatever, and I can get my rent paid. So last night, technically, literally last night, well, until in the early morning, from like 10,
You'll get there.
From about 10 to 2 or so, we were dead as fuck. And we had 6 servers on the floor, and I'm looking around like shitting my pants almost like, fuck, shall we be homeless? And finally the manager let 3 of them go, and so left the 3 of us. I'm like, you ain't sending my ass home. Like, I'll cut you. But he almost fired me. But no, anyways, so
There's a real knife involved.
and then he had this weird, and this ties into the sports thing, but he has this weird theory. He said if OU is to win, then we're gonna be slammed, and if OU lost, we were gonna be dead. And so we were dead up until like 2, and holy shit, fuck,
Bars let out.
bam! Like
Yeah.
I've never dealt with this kind of volume before.
So you knew what he was
And-
talking about.
No,
Yeah.
no, it was the opposite.
Oh, yeah.
I missed it. Sorry.
Yeah,
Right.
it was the opposite.
Right.
Yeah, OU lost and we got
Well,
slammed.
OU lost. They still went to. This is like Titty Central. So like they went to go see some titties to make themselves feel better about the OU loss, and then they had to have them some breakfast.
I don't understand what but people were, you know, because they call it the bar rush, but these fuckers are showing up from 3 to 4 o'clock as well. It's like, what the hell are you doing after the bar lets out?
Oh, they're trying to get that last ditch effort to take and bang, you know.
Oh, I see.
Or maybe they were successful and they're already done.
They're like, yeah,
Like,
let's go
grab.
get
You
some
want some
Denny's.
breakfast?
But yeah, we were slammed from 2 to 4, which I'm glad because before that happened, I think I had like $10 in my pocket from tips from like 1 or 2 fucking tables, and so I ended up, you know, I was cranking that shit out. You'd have been proud of me, dude. Like
yeah.
I made 108. So
Awesome.
Well, I'm glad you asked how our week went.
Yes.
I have nothing interesting to report.
All right. Actually, you do,
Normal-
and you don't
normal-
even know it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you do.
Normal Christmas stuff. You
Yeah.
know, just like I don't have anything. My life is not half as interesting as
It's
drunk
it's
Tim's.
bullshit. You're lazy thinking. We all did something together this week. Together, we haven't done in years.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I feel like
15
that's
years.
something
I was about to say
interesting.
about 15 years
Yeah.
or so.
We all went and did karaoke Wednesday night at the bar that still remains nameless that hands out free shots when OU scored. That took a while last night, by the way. But yes, we went and we karaoke'd, and I feel like we killed the place.
It was epic.
This
It was
wasn't
epic.
last night. But
No, this was
Few
Wednesday
nights ago.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I was just mentioning it's the same bar that gives the free shots
Right.
when OU scores. So,
Well, that was very epic because I didn't even think about it until we were there. You mentioned this.
yeah.
This was 15 years.
Yeah.
In
yeah,
the
it's
making.
like 13, 14, 15 years.
Yeah. Well, I think it was closer to 15.
That'd bring us
Y-
back
you're-
to
I think you're right.
2003.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Because
I didn't realize it had been
Oh, well,
that
for
long.
sure, the 3 of us, yeah.
Well, because let's be honest, once I got married, my personal life just got cut off. It was like my wiener. Like,
That happens.
yeah, like my whole social life got bobbited. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Sure.
I mean,
Except I think he turned out better. He came out of that better.
he
than,
at least got it reattached, did a porn movie, and made some money.
made a lot of money.
I still can't find mine.
You can't find your wiener?
Yeah, I might need. You have a German Shepherd. I might need to borrow her.
She would suck at that.
Okay.
Then I don't have a wiener.
Ask me about my wiener. That's a movie
But it was
reference.
a great time, like
Yeah.
I brought my wife because I felt like
Designated driver.
well
And-
that for one.
And she'd never witnessed this before.
She'd never seen it before, and I really wanted her to see kind of like,
Witness the whole shebang.
yeah, because on one hand I wanted her to see the awesomeness of my performance. But other than
That was number one.
right, number one. But the whole, even when we're not on, we're at the table, we're having a good time, we're having a lot of fun.
Yes.
Other
And-
patrons are wanting to be part of our things, and we get to pick and choose. Like, no, you ain't cool enough. Go away.
Right,
Eh,
we're
you're
the
okay.
hit table for sure.
You can
Absolutely.
smell of us.
And and you could tell like right away before anybody performed, she was just like, oh, okay, this is fun. I see what
The allure is.
The allure was, yeah.
Sure.
So it was a lot of fun,
Even with all the smokiness
Yeah.
and all that.
which is awful. But I brought cigars, so I don't really smoke, but
When in
Oh
Rome.
fuck! I totally forgot about the scar.
Yeah.
But like,
I figure if I'm gonna smell like smoke, I'm gonna partake.
Now, I don't think there's an interesting, like, oh, a dude almost got stabbed type story from that night. But the thing I will mention is that with Big Paul, when Big Paul gets up to do his Frank Sinatra stuff and he uses the room,
And
he uses the room.
And he's got alcohol in
He's talking to complete strangers. Hey, how you doing tonight? I mean, it's just like lounge singer. It's just perfect. And some people are into it. Some people are like, oh, why are you talking to me? But most people are like pretty like into it, And
it
Well, I
was.
feel like
it
it
was
gives-
amazing.
I feel like it gives you an opportunity because I'm a people watcher.
yeah,
And you may or may not be watching the room, but there are some characters in any space like this.
yes.
You've got the lady that's been drunk way before you showed up.
yes. Oh my God, that girl. Girl. She's not young enough to be called a girl. That
she's
lady
sad.
has out of her damn mind.
Right.
Yeah.
And she got to sing with me too.
Yes.
There was like there's some
Fuck,
sad.
I don't remember that
There's
shit.
some sad characters in there too. There's like an old man that
Like
did
me?
that didn't move.
No. Older, way older than you. You can't say old man in comparison. This is
No, yeah.
no.
This guy was
No, I mean like me, like some. What was the word you said?
You said old man.
Well, like you said, like they were drunk before, like or.
Oh yeah, drunk before
Yeah, 'cause
early on.
That
but
was
yeah.
one of those. That was one of those days where I got off of work, went home. I think I had. I waited to go run my fucking bicycle and I'm looking at the radar on my phone, like, fuck. I've got like 5 minutes maybe. I'm throwing the fucking cats into the bathroom and jumping on my bike. Like, I don't care, fuck off. I'm not even locking the door. So I'm racing down whenever it's not raining very much to get to the liquor store. I get there and I'm racing back, and halfway through is this whoosh, like fuck. Anyways, so like I was lit because then Jose was like, hey man, because I was talking to him because I think we got paid. Yeah, it was Wednesday, so we got paid that day.
You got paid.
So yeah, so he said, hey, take a cab to Denny's and stuff, and we'll pick up your paycheck and stuff, and I'll pay for the cab. He does that a lot, and noise save. And anyways, yeah. So we went to Denny's, little, pretty good and tipsy. And,
Is this your way of saying that at this event, this is why you were a little extra?
yeah, I was super extra, but on top of that, I hadn't slept since
Right.
I got off of work and did the Panamera.
So you weren't having as good a time as maybe the rest of us.
No, I was having a great time. Your performance, that's probably the best thing I've ever seen out of you.
But I
Yeah.
liked working the room. There was
Oh, it was
all-
great.
You had so many characters, and you're like, and I just go around with the thing like a lounge singer. I'm like, how's everybody doing? And then I'm like, hey, look at this guy, and you kind of like, I'm like,
Yeah.
You may not have noticed, but there's a dummy in the opposite side
Yes.
of the bar.
Yeah.
As an example, I'm like, hey, who's this guy? How you doing, sir?
Like live human size in a bar stool. Yeah. He's over
Oh
by
yeah,
he's
that
over by the
dude still
restroom.
trips me the fuck out.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. There's things I don't remember. And fuck Jose for that. Because
What happened?
just because, man. Yeah. All right.
Was it after I left? Because
No. Well, it's not. It's close to roofie. It's here we are. We've had all this beer, and
Yeah.
then he's like, "Let's do Jaeger shots." And fuck Jaeger shots. God, I can't do Jaeger shots. Jaeger shots destroy me.
But you're a bigger guy than me. We were going. I felt like toe to toe.
We were.
You know what? You were there before me though.
We were there. We were there early. We got there a couple hours before.
We got
And
early.
But we were all beered up, and then to
Yeah.
introduce and incorporate Jaeger.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
Oh, because Jose and I were in his room, and I was like trying to get you to come up because someone had bought. Oh, it was for work. The morning crew at Denny's did a Secret Santa or
Oh yeah, and he got his crown. He got the Crown Royal.
fucking Crown Royal, and what the?
That's a pretty good Secret Santa gift, by the
No
way. Crown
shit.
Royal.
Yeah.
Damn.
How big of a bottle?
It was it wasn't a big one, but
That's at least
Three
40,
quarters?
50 bucks.
Yeah.
no.
Crown.
That
That's
one-
pretty expensive.
I used to work at a liquor store, like recently.
Yeah,
that,
used
that
to.
one. That one would probably
Used to.
25, like a month ago.
There is no way that a bottle of Crown that big.
Oh.
No, but it's like that. It's
Okay.
it's the small. It's a. That's either a pint or
I'm gonna
just a little.
I'm gonna
above a
defer
pint.
to your expertise.
That's,
There we go.
That's not
Yeah.
a pint. That's like probably a pint and a half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a fifth.
Yeah. So karaoke night happened. We got to do it again. I think it was incredible. I did my best. I was dared to try to change as many words to a Pearl Jam song to Spanish as possible.
I did that. That was me.
Yes, I felt like
I don't know what.
I could have done better. I felt like I did okay though.
You did.
was
You did
awesome.
great. No, it was
And,
hilarious.
the stares were kind of like, what the hell? But
I think I just gave you a new bit that, like, I think you ought to. That's something you ought to do more often.
Maybe a more simpler song that has.
well, it
I
was
don't
so
know.
on the fly. The song had already been chosen, and
that
that's
was
when
great.
he issued the dare. He's like, change as many words to Spanish as you can during
Like,
the middle of the song.
in the middle of the song, I said, "Do it."
Yeah.
So, and he did. He turned it right on.
At
It was-
least you didn't
it was
ask him to
good.
do
By
it
that
like
point of the
during like
night,
a
I'm up for
speed song.
anything. So
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, translate the whole thing to Spanish. I'm like, I'll do the best I can, man.
He did great though. I was impressed. Or I mean, I don't know enough Spanish to know when he was right or wrong. Jose,
Right.
I don't know how much Jose knows,
Yeah,
He's Mexican.
He knows.
but he wasn't. He wasn't. I mean, there were.
He's
I don't
shaking
know.
his head though. He was like, he's just sitting there like,
Right.
oh. A couple of times he's like, why did I go out with white people tonight?
Right. I know another time that he was shaking his
But I
head.
know he enjoyed it. He's,
This is kind of a strange fact about me, but I know. I'm gonna make the claim. I know all the words to La Bamba, and
There you go.
he was kind of good. He was like, hey man, this is my song. I'm Mexican, man. I was like, and I would notice that he didn't know all the words. I was like, dude, you're just jealous because I know the words and you're Mexican. And he's like, you know all the words? And I was like, yeah. So I'm like over there like singing it, and he's watching to see if I know the words, and he's like, okay,
Gotta give
all
it up.
I guess he knows. And even my wife afterwards, she's like, why do you know all the words to La Bamba?
because it's obscure. It may come in handy one day.
I was like,
It's a good song.
Like
It's a great
tonight.
song.
yeah, right, exactly.
Pedro! Dun, 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 dun. Oh,
I have
anyway.
been waiting 10 years for this.
Incidentally, you know the end of the movie Step Brothers?
Yeah.
Okay, you know that song that he sings?
Yes.
He's got the words all wrong. I can sing that song word
Oh,
for
my
word
God.
in complete
Is that-
Italian.
is that-
That
Latin?
might be next up then.
right?
I was about
Next
to say,
karaoke night.
I don't think that's Italian. I think
It's
that's
Italian.
just straight
And
up
then-
Latin.
I know that
And then
song.
if you would be so kind,
Yeah.
I would want to at least have the microphone and every great once in a while, boats and hose. If I
Yeah.
could.
Okay.
I mean, it just seems appropriate.
I don't know what it is. There's some things I do that are just weird like that. Like
No, that's
once,
awesome.
Once
Some
upon
things.
once upon a time, I learned how to do the alphabet backwards. You know.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. you
Comes
know.
in handy.
Yeah, you never
For
know.
nothing.
And I think you and I both know like how to do the states in alphabetical order.
Yeah, I can do states in alphabetical order, and I can do it I can do it fast, like in 30 seconds.
There
You
you
gotta
go.
have a few tricks,
There you go.
party tricks.
So see, we did it. We did have something. We had karaoke night together, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely want to do it again without the Jaeger. And
Maybe with some sleep.
I thought the Jaeger was nice, actually.
oh, did you? My body did not. I won't go into detail.
I love
So so anyway, I had to pretend like I was sick at work the next day. Oh, you feeling okay? You need some Dayquil? Oh yeah, I'll take some Dayquil. Like that's gonna help me. Dayquil didn't help me at all.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, not. Hey guys, no, I'm just hung the ass over.
Dude,
how you doing?
Dude, I've had some.
I opened today.
I've had one memorable bad experience on Jaeger, and I feel for you.
Oh,
That
it
was not good.
Oh, this was memorable. I hate it.
And I was worried because actually Jose asked me before he got the shots. He's like, hey, do you have any absolute hard nose? And I was like,
What? What?
All I'm saying is stuff
Sorry,
should not
what
shoot
did
out
he-
of you like that.
He said-
That's
he
all
said-
I'm saying.
he said, hey, do you have any absolute hard nose? And I said,
Absolute hard nose?
hard nose. Yes.
Is this some Spanish slang that I don't know?
That's what he asked me.
Yeah.
I was like, do I have any hard nose? He's like, yeah. Like to any kind of shot. And he was like, yeah. What are your hard nose? And I said, well, I was like, I no Everclear.
Yeah,
You know,
no
stuff like that.
Everclear.
He came back with Jaeger, and I was like,
That's
oh
his
man,
go-to.
I should have said no Jaeger.
I think he does intend to really fuck people up. That's why I say fuck him with that Jaeger.
He was trying to get me drunk.
It's more than that though. I think he just does that shit on purpose. He knows it will. He knows that
Destroy you.
it's more than just an effect of I'm getting more drunk than I was. He knows that it fucks you up. It gets on my nerves.
Maybe. Well, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I felt like he was being, I don't know, trying to have everybody have a good time. That's the way it felt.
Well, we were definitely doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
did
we,
have a
did,
great
but we
time.
didn't need the Jaeger to do
Just
that.
not
but-
later that night.
Yeah, and Jose was having a lot of fun. I enjoyed his company.
Yes.
and the
Jose
lady
can be a lot
No,
of fun
he
to
is
be
he is
around.
fine. I mean,
The lady
there's
that
a
he
reason
was-
to keep hanging out with the dude, you know?
Sure, the lady next to him didn't say a word. I literally don't
Is
think she
that-
said a single
her?
word.
No.
Oh,
Well-
that wasn't Psycho Bitch?
No, she's white.
But
This
I
girl's
was,
not white.
but there's something about somebody like that when they're like that super quiet, and
She's just that way.
I wanted to draw her out.
Yeah,
she's
she's just that way, and then for all of our energy, she's going to be even super more that way. But
Fuck
she
her.
was laughing. She was loving the
She
loud
did.
singer stuff.
Yeah.
So-
I loved catching her, getting her to laugh. I'm like, ah,
Got it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
got it.
Well, was she sitting next to? She was sitting next to Jose.
Yeah, on his right.
Oh,
Yeah. So that was our karaoke night. Something
I was
that's
too
come
busy
up this
fucking with
week,
your wife.
and I've been challenged to tell. There's been some personal life stuff I've intended to keep out of this, but it's coming out today.
sweet.
Okay, so you guys know, but our listeners don't. They will today. We have had a roommate for almost 2 years now. We've had a roommate that I did not give permission, or is that the right term? I did not allow.
You were not
I was
consulted.
not even consulted or asked if it was okay if this roommate lived with us.
Right.
This is my wife's friend. They were high school buddies, and by the way, she's a dwarf. So,
Wait a minute. When you say she's a dwarf,
She's really fucking short.
hey Deborah, I'm
Kinda
all
like
right.
Deborah.
By the technical term, she's dwarf. She is under 5 foot tall, and I'm not talking about Deborah.
Deborah,
like-
what is a dwarf technically?
4'11".
Thank you, and I believe she's 4'10". So
Is that
she
really
is
a
a
thing?
It
dwarf.
really is. It's a thing.
You're
Wow.
saying by definition she was a dwarf. Well, what's
Actually, that would be a.
what's a midget?
A little
LP.
person, yeah.
LP.
What is a
An
midget?
LP.
Is the midget the same thing as a dwarf?
No,
No.
midget's a size. It's like
like-
a dimension.
3 foot.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah,
3'11" and down or
Okay.
something.
yeah. So I'm not calling her a midget.
Is there really such thing as a hobbit
I have no idea.
or an elf? Could she be a hobbit?
I think she could be cast if need be.
We could
Like
definitely.
if she was on standby,
There's no such thing as
Lord of the
hobbits.
If she was on standby.
right?
There's
Bone
no
ready.
such- you're saying there's no such thing as a hobbit, but she could play one in a movie.
I believe a hobbit is a mythical character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Lord of the Rings.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Does she have big feet?
you know,
Harry-
I have not stared.
Hairy feet.
Okay. She
I
could
tried
play
to
one.
look the other way. I don't want to stare. I don't know what could happen. I don't know what. I'm not superstitious, but if she stares at me too long, I don't know if I shrink. I don't know what happens.
Certain parts.
Right.
Have you heard something?
Certain parts.
All right. So my wife's friend has lived with us without my allowance or even consulting me for almost 2 years now. This is a thing. This is an issue. So
A weird issue. Very strange.
Come November, I finally had enough. Like, if we remember back to episodes, I did talk about how a skunk sprayed my dog in the face.
Yeah.
And my wife and kid were like, hey, we gotta go, we're allergic to that. Well, they haven't been back since. So,
Like my dad, and when he went to go get a lottery
it's been
ticket.
the dwarf friend, all right, dwarf, El Dwarfo, and myself in this house since that time.
With
This
your
has been at least 3 months
with
now.
your wife's friend.
So
Very bizarre.
So in November,
Yeah.
I said, hey, dwarf, Tina, dwarf, hey, dwarf, hey, love the fact that you're here, except I don't. I'm going to give you, and I wanted to be as kind as I could be. I'm going to give you 2 months
Yeah.
I understand you're here. I'm going to give you 2 months to find another place to
That is
live.
a lot of leash,
That's a lot of leash.
dude.
After already letting her be there
So-
2 years.
Selfie.
Sorry.
So December comes, and dwarf, I come home one night. She's like, "Hey, got to talk to you. Can I get a 2-week extension?" I'm like, "Why do you need a 2-week extension?" Well, because the papers from Amazon, they got lost when somebody broke into my car the other night. Blah blah blah. She had sworn somebody broke into her car. Somehow they didn't break into mine. I don't know. Whatever. So I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Papers from Amazon. What does that have anything to do with you moving out?
Right, we can do a change of address. Forward your mail.
Right. She's like, well, no, like Amazon.
this-
I'm waiting on something to come in from Amazon. Again, what does that have anything to do with you moving? Well, okay, I'm getting this kit from Amazon, and I'm going to be able to build my own, a tiny house from Amazon. And now I'm skeptical. I'm like, you're bullshitting me. You're trying to push this back 2 weeks, and I'm not believing. No, she's like, no. No, it's a thing. I lost the paperwork, but it's still coming, and I need this because we got to put it together. And then the obvious question is like, well, not in my backyard.
Oh, I'm glad you thought of that. That didn't even occur to me.
She's like, no, it's at my relative such and such, yada yada, way up north, blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's where you ought to move, by the way.
Fine, right? Yeah, exactly.
Why don't they ship it
Yeah,
there?
live on the
And
land, buy a
go-
tent.
Right? Why
Yeah.
don't they ship it there?
Why are you here the whole time?
So she's waiting on this tiny house project
right.
to show up, and she's going to build it with her own dwarf hands.
By yourself?
Well, no, I think she does have some family member
I think
helpage
elves-
going on.
I think elves are pretty good at building.
Keebler elves have been contacted. Now that the Christmas season's over and they're done baking.
The elves are mythical too, but she can play one again.
Hi ho, it's off to build
Does
the
she
dwarf's
ha-
house we go.
Does she have a job? Because she ought to go into playing dwarves and elves.
She doesn't. The reason why she's one of the reasons that she's lived in our house so long is she's trying to file for disability. She's got some issue
Trying.
with her hands, which means she's not received the disability yet.
It takes like 18 months is what I've been
Well,
told.
and we are definitely over the 18-month
Wait a minute.
part.
That's
Wait
what
a
I've been
minute.
recently
I'm sorry.
told.
I know I'm a bit of a hard ass, but
Yeah.
I get that you got a problem with your hands. Maybe she's got rheumatoid arthritis. I've heard that stuff is bad.
Yeah.
But lots of people work still, and also you can use your feet in some jobs. I hear
In some jobs.
there's some jobs that require your feet. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's
Yeah.
a jerk off thing with your feet. Hey, Tuesday.
Well, she's waiting on this disability to come in. As far as I know, it hasn't. I'm not one, as you know, I'm not one to ask enough questions.
Because I'm sure you don't even
I
like
don't.
spending time
You don't
with
even
her.
want to be having this conversation.
Exactly. Like the whole let's extend this 2-week conversation, I don't want to have it.
Right.
Hell, the whole I need you to get out of my house, I didn't want to have that conversation. But
Yeah.
it had just got to a point of ridiculousness that I just thought, I can't let this go anymore. I've already let this go way too far.
Right.
It's time to get out of my house.
Yeah, it'd be nice if she just thought of this herself. Like, this is inappropriate and weird. I shouldn't be here. I should probably be at somebody who I know, not my friend's husband.
Right.
This is...
Yeah.
Without my friend.
And I love the fact that when I'm bringing it up to her as far as, hey, you need to go, she's like, yeah, it's been kind of weird now, with Mandy not here and stuff like that. Like,
You think?
yeah.
Bingo!
You think so?
You noticed?
Yahtzee!
You think it's been weird? Not that there will ever be an attraction. Not that I would ever even consider.
Right.
She's a spinner, though.
Okay,
Still.
he's got the plus side.
Okay, so
you got the
maybe-
silver lining. I get that. Why can't she move in with you?
No, I'm
That'd be
willing.
No
perfect.
shit!
I'm willing to do this.
As long as she's
No.
disease-free.
I'm willing to do this. It's already been a 2-week extension. If I give her 2 more weeks, if she'll spin on him, what do you think?
I think
Give
that's-
her till February.
technically that's illegal,
I'll
but
let you have...
You're saying
no,
you're-
because it's not money. It's for favors. Maybe money's... Maybe favors are more
you're like,
interesting.
police officer, come on. I didn't give her money. I offered her a place to live. To
Yeah.
have sex with my brother.
It pops the cherry on his New Year's resolution.
No, it's a twofer. Just send her to his place.
No, I don't want her to know where I live.
She could build a tiny house on the lot over
There's
by the dumpster or
Oh,
something.
no, she could put it right there where the Jew trenches were.
All right, everybody's
Paul's right.
making notations.
Yeah, we
At
did.
that minute mark, we mentioned that. So,
I love you, Kenneth.
So the dwarf assures me that the kit will be in by January the 8th. And
Where's it coming? Is it coming to your house?
that's a good question that I did not ask.
Yeah, I didn't think of that until I think Tim mentioned it.
Yeah, I don't know if it is coming to my house. I don't see why it would come to my house.
Or maybe I brought it up because I said
Go
because
to
you
the
said,
family member's house that you're building it. Yes, that's where it should
send
go.
it there.
Right, that's
How
where it
long
should
does
go.
it take for Amazon to send this shit to?
I mean, I've never ordered a tiny house from Amazon before. I mean, I don't know how long that stuff takes.
I
mean-
what's the shipping on that? Is that part of your
Shipping
Prime
in
deal?
Shipping
Do you
in
get that shit free? I don't know.
Amazon Prime.
Hey, I need a house.
Gonna
I
drone-
want a house. Okay.
Next day shipping.
Yeah.
Can I get a drone? Yeah, why didn't you get the 2-day shipping, dwarf?
Idiots.
Damn it!
And watch a damn show, an Amazon original.
Like you get 2
know?
months free
Yeah.
if you sign up.
So I've left a lot of details out for time.
Okay.
But that's what's going on. Dwarf is making a tiny house.
I like that.
In your front yard.
No,
Probably.
hell no, not in my front
Probably.
yard.
Dude, I don't
Backyard.
know. This doesn't sound good.
And it seems like, here's what's funny is, my wife. The listeners may or may not know. Some do, some most don't. But my wife's just very like, oh, hey. And it's just like, almost a goody two-shoes, I guess would be the phrase, right?
I'm not judging.
You would, but you would. Well, but you
Not
would.
on the show.
You wouldn't think that she would have a friend. All right, Tina. Every friend, Tina. Oh, I'm sorry, the dwarf. Damn it. That's okay. It's
Well,
on.
you've already
I think
said
it's
her
on the
name.
and it's on the picture. So
Oh, yeah.
every friend that the dwarf has is either been in prison or is currently in prison,
Yeah.
That is so
including
weird.
her current man.
How the
so,
fuck does she get these friends? Well, you said high school for Tina.
Right.
Well, I could get into the psychology of it, or because I read a book recently. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
there are reasons for that.
What's
Right,
that?
but it just seems so out of place. And my wife is so trusting of this individual and has allowed friends of her friend to come over. Like, just for one instance, I can't just give all these details, but this is weird enough.
Please don't rob me.
I come home from one of our podcasts one day, and there's a dude in my driveway feeding a weed eater with line. Now, I've never seen this dude before in my life, so I'm slowly pulling up into my driveway. I go, "Hey, buddy, what's going on?" "Oh, hey, I'm feeding the line. I'm going to edge your yard." Mind you, I mean, he's not standing like a normal person. He's just kind of sitting on the driveway feeding line into this my weed eater. It's mine. I recognize the weed eater. And I'm like, why are you going to edge my yard? I mean, it needs edging. But
What am I going to have to do
Right.
for this?
who are you? And why are you edging my yard?
Not
He's
that I mind some kind of mythical Mexican lawn edger to just appear in my front yard.
Yeah.
But I gotta ask.
yeah, pay it forward, motherfucker. I get it. But, like,
That's just not a normal thing to have happen.
this isn't normal.
You've gotta
He's
ask
like, well, I
questions.
just like to keep busy. And I'm like, oh, great. Fantastic. And by the way, and he would start talking like, hey, I got out of prison 3 months ago. I'm like, oh, good for you. And
Please stay out of my house.
But he would start talking to you in a way like if you're at a car wash and somebody starts talking to you and they're about to ask you for money. I was getting that vibe, that kind of talk.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, so you're a friend of the dwarf? Tina, whatever. He's like, yeah. You know, she's inside. Yeah, I'm gonna edge your yard. I'm like, great.
Maybe they came from the same.
He's like, man,
keyboard factory.
He goes, man, I love God, and yeah, it's just so weird. I love God. God is so good, and I'm out of prison, and blah blah blah, and I'm gonna edge your yard. Great, good luck. So I go into my house. I go into my house. As I go into my house, right to my right is the kitchen where my wife is at the stove. So, of course, I walk in, I turn to my right, and I give her a look like, what the hell? And she's just like, yeah. Hey, yeah, Tina's friends are over. Friends? There's more than one? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I met the dude out in the driveway. And she's just got this look like, yeah, isn't this, like pretend positive? Yeah, this is great. And so I'm like, whatever. So I go back.
I love having ex-cons in my house.
I go back to my room and put my stuff from the podcast or whatever over in the room or whatever. And I'm hearing.
Out of their sight.
Yeah, and I'm just like, and I'm hearing, blah, 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 blah. Well, oh, but Chance, he drives for Uber. Chance, he drives for Uber. Whoosh. What? What do you want? What? Hey, Chance, these guys need to be taken. They have this car issue. They need to be taken over to Southside. And you thought, I should do it because why? And they're like, well, you drive for Uber. They'll pay you like $10. They'll give you $10 if you take them. And so now I'm normally
You're signed up to
I
work.
should be the asshole that goes, no, just get the fuck out before I call the cops. But instead I'm like, okay, I want them out of my house.
Well, your wife was there. She invited them in.
Yeah, the cops wouldn't do anything.
So you feel,
Yeah, you're right. Fair enough.
You felt. I can see why you
cornered.
So I had to end up taking them to Southside. It turned out homeboy in the driveway was on one of those damn pills that Xanax.
Oh.
Yeah, he's on Xanax. He admitted that during the car ride.
Or several of them, because I take Xanax when I fly because I'm a nervous flyer.
Yeah, well, he didn't say how many.
Right.
He didn't give a total.
If it's
but
making his speech slurred,
yeah, he's on
I'm
Xanax.
imagining he's above 2 milligrams.
maybe
So I
some
got a
more
guy.
tabs, too.
I got a guy on Xanax, fresh out of prison, in my driveway, feeding my weed eater. Anyway,
That seems like such a drunk Tim
so
story.
that's just one of several moments with the dwarf,
Right.
where this has led to.
I hope
And
that
was
works.
before the skunk squirted your dog, right?
Right.
I'll be honest. I hope that works out well.
Yeah,
but I don't have
because my wife was actually in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Like
That
the
would've
wa-
been super
the,
fucked.
The wife has not been in the kitchen since
right.
the skunk incident back in September. So Anyway.
How does she know that she's allergic to skunk stuff? How does that come up in a medical thing?
Well, I don't know if it's allergic, but it is hard to breathe. Like, not too long after the incident, I was trying to watch a football game on ESPN, and and I only can see it in the living room. I can't see it in the other TVs. Anyway.
It's not on 52-3.
It's not on 52-3. That's for damn sure. So I'm sitting in the living room trying to watch this game, and I can't breathe. Like, it's still too strong in the house.
I don't know that that's an alert. To Tim's point, though, I don't know that that's an allergic reaction. It's just...
It sucks. It's a fucking skunk.
It's like I'm allergic to smoke. In what way?
When you're whatever phobic and you think you're allergic to everything, then then might as well just throw that on the fucking list too. Right. I'm always sick. I'm always allergic to everything. Well, fantastic. This is gonna be a fun life.
I'm allergic to mushrooms and squash and zucchini.
Yeah,
all the things that I hate.
Exactly. So
I'm allergic to pornography.
Right.
Being in the house.
Right. Yeah.
Every time I watch pornography, I break out in semen.
I'm allergic to ugly people, but keeping people that don't have their shit together is an indication that you have low self-esteem.
Yeah.
Kind of just a little nugget of psychology there.
And that was Psychology Today, brought to you in part by Big Paul.
And you are, by the way, listening to Tits, brought to you by Security Solutions, your solutions to your security issues. Apparently, I had my own security issues with Xanax dude feeding a weed eater line into my weed eater and wanting to edge my yard. But that was a different day. So, anyway, I wanted to put that out there. That's the dwarfs. That's where we're at with the dwarf. I will update you. And I imagine in the month of January we'll have update music. I will dwarf update.
All right.
And
that won't be next Sunday. That'll be the Sunday after that.
Thanks for letting us in the behind the curtain a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. The kit will be in by the 8th. She's giving it a week from that point. Still a lot of stuff in my house and in my garage.
I have a feeling that shit's coming to your house, and then how the fuck are you going to get it out of your house? Then she's got a new problem.
Isn't there that junk truck that you can purchase or rent?
Does she have money?
No.
That's why she's having to buy a small house.
Yeah.
How did she pay for the small house?
She does do Postmates. And she probably got a loan. But she does do Postmates. Which is like DoorDash, I hear.
Yeah, it is.
So, I'm just
kidding. DoorDash is like Postmates. Postmates, I'm sure, was first.
Right.
Right. So, that's the dwarf story. So anyway, now that I've given that all out to the entire world and they get to hear that great stuff.
No, that was good.
That was good stuff, man.
We do actually have sports and other things coming up. Stay tuned. We are going to talk about yesterday's bowl games, the playoffs. Should we eliminate bowls? Should we expand the playoffs? That kind of stuff. We've also got a special guest interview that's coming in.
Wow.
We're also, of course, we're going to talk to Nostradamus. We have a couple of things that I'm really intrigued to find out what his prediction is. And how much would you think an RV would be worth that used to be owned by Baker Mayfield? That's coming up. So, anyway. But first, let's see. Sorry. Should have transitioned a little smoother than that, but first, I want to tell you, this time of year, there's a real issue. I don't know if you've been keeping in touch with the news, but there's a real epidemic of porch pirates out there. By porch pirate, I'm talking about people that steal packages off your damn porch.
Oh.
That's where our new sponsor, Not Today Security, comes in line. Not today, Security. They have all the advanced technological things to help you out. I mean, honestly, all the security systems out there, they really just sound the same, like your Ring doorbell system, whatnot. Yeah, you can watch them on camera steal your shit, but what do you do from there, right?
The cops don't care after that.
I take issue with the price and what you get for your money. I mean, yeah, they offer the cameras. They've got lighting controls. I guess you can even control the temperature of your house with it, all that bullshit. That doesn't help you from a porch pirate, though. I mean, you can buy a lot of equipment by yourself, and put it up yourself, but then you got to monitor it. I mean, what are you going to do, right? So I've been shopping around, and that's when I ran into Not Today Security. Now these guys have taken it up a notch. I don't know if you've heard of them, but this is great. They've got a variety of packages to choose from. You can get any of these things bundled together. They have got alarms, cameras, of course, bear traps, proximity laser sensors, temperature controls, poisonous darts, moats. I mean, they can even send ninjas to your lawn. I mean, this is pretty cool. Now, okay, they could even do like a blow-up guy that shoots stuff from a rifle. Now, I know that sounds a little crazy.
Yeah, sounds illegal.
I wonder if
Okay, it sounds a little illegal in some states, okay? But that's why you can also opt for the blanks instead of live ammunition, all right? For a small upgrade, you can also get alligators added to your moat if you go with the moat option.
That's nice.
Yeah. So you better act fast. They're extremely, I mean, they're startup, very popular. You better act quick. Prices are only going to increase as these guys get more popular.
That sounds fucking expensive.
Yeah. I did watch an option where a guy got caught in a bear trap and you are able to actually taunt that motherfucker right there while he's caught in the bear trap. It reminded me of that movie 128 Hours, where you can sit there and be like, are you going to cut your leg off and run from the cops today, bitch? I mean, that kind, like, that's another level. Don't you feel safe and secure?
I think at that point, I think he's officially working for IHOP.
Yeah. In fact, I think they are a significant favorite for contracting the border wall. Trump is a big fan of the moat option for the wall. So these guys, they are growing quickly. It's Not Today Security. They are your security solution. You better call them today, all right? Not Today Security.
Man, that sounds like what's the fucker's the character's name on Home Alone? Kevin, what's his face? That sounds like having a personal Kevin everywhere in your home.
Seriously. And have you seen the recent commercial with Google with the grown-up Kevin? Yeah.
Yeah, they've done a few of them.
That's funny stuff.
I like it.
But yeah, that's exactly right. And I mean, what a great concept. What a great company.
What are they called again?
Not Today Security.
So it's kind of like somebody's, hey, I'm gonna rob you. Not today.
That's right.
It's almost like a Me Too movement, or.
I mean, dude. I mean, it's one thing to be on camera. You know, people can just hide their faces and bullshit. But when you know you're getting hit with darts, or you're gonna fall in a moat, or get electrocuted, or whatever, all their standard options.
Eaten alive by an alligator.
It ain't worth it at that point. Like, I don't know what's in that package I'm about to steal, but not today.
It ain't worth that.
We don't want to give anybody any ideas, but now that you think about it, that'd be a good competitor.
What's
not
that?
worth it security.
Not worth it?
Not worth it.
You know?
Not worth it. That reminds me of the bumper sticker that's like, it's got the gun and it says nothing in here's worth dying for.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens when you live in
Guns
Oklahoma.
don't kill people. I kill people.
You see bumper stickers like that. Nothing's in here worth dying for, sucker.
On any of the episodes, did I ever talk about the fucking tweaker bitch that I let stay in my apartment because I thought she was really wanting to get away from the drug scene and shit?
No, we've not talked about her. We may have to talk about her on a different episode, but I remember all that.
Well, I was just gonna say, I really thought she was, and actually she had been trying to ask me for months and months, and I just ignored her messages on Facebook. But then her mother asked me, and so I figured, because I had talked to her mother a few times, and it sounded like, yeah, you're on my same page. It's a fucking tweaker. Their lips are moving, they're lying.
Right.
But so I kind of took her mom's word for it. Anyways. So Tiffany is her name. She
Tweaker Tiffany.
none of those piece of shit fuckers that she I guess if she's listening to this show, she's listening to it in prison. Anyways, that's where her mom said she was now. But
yeah.
Anyway, so she proceeds to tell me all this shit, like her and her boyfriend do the fucking pirate, the porch pirate shit.
Yeah.
And so after I finally got her fucking ass out of my apartment, I noticed that I have fucking baby formula under my sink.
She forgot about it.
Yeah, she forgot, like...
She nabbed it and forgot about it.
Yeah, it's like, fuck. I really could have used this. But yeah, they do that, and then they sell the shit on Facebook after they steal it.
Right, exactly. It's garbage, man. It's low life, porch pirating. It's just low of low human beings, and they deserve to fall into a moat or a bear trap. So
Or get electrocuted.
absolutely. All right, so yesterday we had the college football playoffs. Obviously, the first game of the day was Clemson and Notre Dame. Second game was University of Oklahoma versus Alabama. And I don't want to start with this game, but we're going to talk about the University of Oklahoma and Alabama because it hurt. It hurt a lot to watch. Obviously, we're University of Oklahoma fans here, being out of Oklahoma City. And I wasn't looking forward to the game to start. And after watching, that's exactly why I wasn't looking forward to the game. The first half was an indicator of everything that I thought would happen in this damn game. The defense said "Ole," and then the offense felt so much pressure that they were unable to perform normally until the second half. Finally they were able to do some things, but it was just a mismatch. And I'm glad that they fought back. I'm glad OU fought and stayed in the game. I do give them credit for that. But defensively, it's just embarrassing.
Fucking Big 12 defense, man.
I know. It was tough to watch. And Kyler Murray had himself a day. He got off to a bad start. He was missing passes. He was trying to make some runs. He was really trying to make things happen, and it just wasn't
Vince
there.
Young the shit out of it.
And there's times where he goes to run, and there's that realization of, hey, we're not in the Big 12 where these guys aren't as fast as me. It's like, no, this defense is actually pretty fast too. And there was a play where he tried to take off, and I think it was Jennings, number 33 for Alabama, just like pulls him down. I was like, nope, you're done. You're going down right now. And he didn't get to like scamper away like he normally would.
Or just blow by him.
He finished 19 of 37 on the day passing for 308 yards. He threw 2 touchdowns, no picks, so he did great there.
That's impressive.
He did carry the ball 17 times, 109 yards, and a touchdown. And he was really the best Sooner rusher of the day. The Sooners couldn't run the ball. Kennedy Brooks, only 6 carries for 35 yards. Trey Sermon was the main back. He carried it 9 times for only 19 yards. But he did get the touchdown on the ground. But Trey Sermon, I think he even ended up getting a little bit injured late in the game. But Sermon was going nowhere. Alabama was everywhere they tried to go. Inside, he couldn't push through. He tried to get to the outside. They were there waiting for him. And the defense was the difference. I think OU had the offense to play with Alabama. It's just we knew going in the defense was going to be an issue. And just as Oklahoma would come back in the game, and you're like, well, and even the announcers like, well, this is a game. This is kind of interesting. Alabama was like, here, we'll just run the ball. We know you can't stop the run, and we're just going to run this whole damn thing out. And, that's just exactly how it went down. And they even get to where they're almost in the goal line and just kneel it, where they could have scored yet again. So, we lose by
11.
Yeah, we lose by 11. It's 45-34. But honestly, if Alabama really wanted to, they could have scored yet again. But they mercied us right there. So anyway, but it's just one of those things where this year it seemed like there's just 2 teams and everybody else. It's Clemson and Alabama. They're facing each other.
Well, somebody I work with, he was talking about, he's like, man, because Notre Dame just getting fucking blasted by Clemson. Notre Dame didn't deserve to be there one fucking bit.
Well,
they didn't really play anybody this year. Ohio State really did deserve that number 3 spot.
Well, we'll talk about that in a second, because I really wonder, was there really a rightful somebody to be in that place? Remember, Notre Dame was undefeated going into the damn game. If they were left out, there would have been crying, because they're undefeated. How would you leave an undefeated Notre Dame out of that, But But the next game, of course, was Clemson and Notre Dame, like we're talking about, which was just an absolute beating. At least OU didn't play like that, where Clemson wins 30-3, and not at any given point did Notre Dame look like they belonged in the game. But it does leave the question, well, who did? And I don't know that we can honestly answer that question.
Ohio State, Michigan, or
Tyler Lawrence for Clemson is 27-39 the game, 327 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. They ran the ball well. Their guy Etienne, which is a weird name, but he's been running strong all year. 14 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown. The quarterback they kept featuring for the game was supposed to be Ian Book of Notre Dame. They're like, well, if Notre Dame's going to beat Clemson, Ian Book's going to have a great day. Well, guess what? He did not. He was 17 of 34 for 0 touchdowns, 160 yards, and 1 pick, which is a 20.5 QBR. 20.5. That is a shit QBR. So, Ian Book did not have the day that they were hoping he would have in order for Notre Dame to even be able to stay in the game. And there's times you could just see the mismatch. There's times where Notre Dame was trying to pitch the ball and have the guy run outside, and the Clemson defenders are right there waiting like, where are you going to go, motherfucker? And just bam, just take him down. Notre Dame had nowhere to go offensively. Athletically, they just looked outmatched.
I mean, I would feel sorry for them if they weren't fucking Notre Dame.
I
hate Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame is one of those, it's that polar thing, you either love them or hate them. There's usually not an in-between with a Notre Dame type of deal.
Well, I'm an OU fan, and Notre Dame snapped, the greatest winning streak of all time. They will never be fucking touched. What was that, 47 games, I believe?
That's right.
In a row. Bud Wilkinson. So.
That dude.
They beat us like what? They beat us 7-0 or 7-6 or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was a high scoring.
But I just don't like them because those fuckers won't get in a conference. That's just so annoying.
Yeah, it's kind of that elitist, we're Notre Dame type of deal. We have a French name, but we're the Fighting Irish. I mean, I don't know. Like, what the shit, dude?
I never thought about that.
Yeah, was Surrendering Frenchman not available for a mascot?
Surrendering Frenchman.
No, we want to be the Fighting Irish. Yeah.
Notre Dame French frogs.
Well, earlier in the week, when they were the press conference basically for the Orange Bowl, they were asking Nick Saban about should the college football playoff expand. And I don't have his direct quote, but I can give the gist of what he said. He said he didn't even like the 14 playoff. He said that with expansion, what it does is it makes the bowls completely meaningless, that programs have nothing to play for. He says you see it where players just decide not to play in bowl games because they're worried about their pro career, and
this epidemic you were talking about.
It does a disservice to bowl games and everything else, that he doesn't want to see an expansion of the playoff because it would actually make that worse. Do you agree with that, or what do you think?
I don't. Well, I mean, I think that's an issue as it is anyways. Obviously, these kids are doing it, and I want a playoff. I don't care what the deal is. I want a playoff. Because there's just way too many years where it's so controversial. The year that Eric Crotch and Nebraska got selected to go to the national championship game against the cheating Hurricane, when Oregon obviously should have been there. All those different types of
Joey
years.
Harrington and those guys.
Joey Harrington, who should have won the Heisman that year. We have to have a playoff because these guys aren't smart enough to pick the 2 best teams to go to the national championship. Saban just probably wants.
This year they could.
This year, I think it could be argued this year they could.
Yeah, they could have this year, and maybe even last year.
Well, let me give you this stat.
Nick Saban just doesn't want to playoff because he knows that he's going to be fucking selected to the national championship almost every single year.
Well, let me give you this stat, and this kind of supports Nick Saban a bit. Since they've begun the playoff, the margin of victory is an average of about 20 points a game.
Between all games?
between all the between the
The
semifinal
semifinals.
games. So,
Shit.
so what's that saying? That's saying we kind of already know who the best teams are. Remember, it's only a 4-team playoff, and yet the average margin of victory in the semifinals is 20 points. So
Shit.
that's almost a 3-touchdown difference.
Shit.
Yeah, and that's since
That's
the
what he
playoff has
said?
begun.
Did you look it up?
No,
or that's
no,
what
we
he
looked
said?
it up. He didn't say that. We here at Tits looked it up, and got
team.
the stats team working diligently, 24/7,
Statisticians.
3 days a week, 24/7. Anyway,
24 minutes a day.
24 minutes a day, 7 hours a week. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, average margin of victory 20 points in the semifinal games. So should we expand the I think about it right now. Like if you
After that
expanded
stat, no.
if you expanded the playoff right now, we just found out that we think these are the 4 best teams, and 2 of those 4 we're like, no, those 2 are going to get beat down. And what happened? Those 2 got beat down. So what if we expanded it to 4 more and went to 8?
No, I was thinking, let's for sure not 8. For sure not 8. Like you've heard me, I've said it probably on this show a lot of times. Just do like NFL, do 6.
Do 6.
Number 1 and number 2 get a
Do you
bye.
put UCF in there because they're undefeated?
For sure, I put Georgia in there.
But here's the thing. I almost feel like this is the issue. Like Georgia already had their shot, and in what was kind of in its own weird way a playoff game, the SEC
was.
championship game. They had their shot. They had the lead, and they squandered that lead. They would have been in the 14 playoff had they won that game.
Well, I mean, we had the rematch with Texas, and
Yeah.
that did not go the same way as it did when we played them on their quote-unquote neutral site.
Neutral site. That's right. So, I question if a playoff would mean anything other than more blowout victories by the obvious. Yeah, please. So if UCF gets in, let's say there's 8 teams. Let's say UCF gets in. Who do they face first round? Alabama or Clemson? It's one of the 2. They're probably the 7th or 8th seed. And so what does that look like for the television audience?
No one's watching it.
Unless they're wanting to watch an ass whooping that night, you know.
Well, I mean, that's just so. If it's an 18 playoff, how many games is that adding?
It's adding an extra game.
Well, I mean, for the teams that wind up in the championship game, how many games will they have to play through the playoff?
They would have to play 3. They would play the quarterfinal, the semifinal, and then the national championship, assuming they go all the way.
Yeah, see, there's just too many games for these kids.
It's a lot.
Especially these kids that are like, I ain't playing because I want to, don't want to get injured to go pro. Sure as fuck, I'm not going to try and play 3 more fucking games just to get to the national championship.
Yeah, and I
Or is that including the national championship? Would
Yeah.
that be the 4th game?
No,
That
national
would be the
championship, the 3rd game, yeah.
Okay.
And I take issue with the bowl games right now because let's face it, of all the years, and maybe it's just this year that I've really super hyper aware noticed, the bowl games are shit. Nobody's watching these bowl games.
The Belk Bowl yesterday.
Even the sponsors are shit. Like the San Diego County Credit Union whatever blah holiday bowl. Like what? Like really? This one little union fucker bank is sponsoring this bowl game? Like what happened to the big sponsors? I mean, golly.
Tostitos and fucking...
Yeah, get a bag of chips.
There's an Apple sponsoring some shit. or
Yeah, you
Amazon.
got You notice none of the major. Yeah, this is the Disney Orange Bowl. Like, damn. Okay, no, it's. I don't know, man. It just seems light and it seems watered down.
The Idaho Potato Bowl.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
What's crazy
they
is
even
what's up with
canceled.
the Hawaii, playing in the Hawaii Bowl?
Yeah, that
How
should
the
be
fuck does that happen?
That should be a privilege. Like that should be a higher bowl, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Although the players would probably go fuck around and not even play in that game, but they canceled a bowl. Remember, it was Boise. It was going to be Boise State versus Boston College, and then there was lightning. Most of the time, obviously, they would whoa, hang on, let's wait for this to move on, and we will resume the game. Nah, they said fuck it, we're canceling the bowl.
This
Let's
year?
go home. Yes, that just happened. What bowl was that? It was Boston
didn't hear about
College.
that.
Somebody can look it up. It's Boston College and who did I just say?
Boise State.
And Boise State. They were playing in a bowl and they canceled it due to weather. That's how meaningless the bowls are right now.
Those poor kids that actually want to be there and want to win.
Yeah.
Canceled.
How about cancel all the bowls and just do the playoff? That's it.
Or at least take your most meaningful. Like take your top
25.
Rose bowls.
Take your top 2 or 3 from your big conferences. Well, no, you don't want to just make it about the big conferences. Maybe, I don't know exactly what the solution is. Yeah, state makes the bowl history with the cancellation. Does it say it
Due
wasn't?
to weather. Look at this picture.
It's not the Cotton Bowl though. It wasn't the Cotton Bowl.
That's probably just like they were at the Cotton Bowl and they were announcing that over their.
A no contest.
I don't know what bowl it was.
This picture may have been at the Cotton Bowl and they were, I don't know.
Yeah, I just remember the 2 teams that were there. The Cotton Bowl was actually Clemson Notre Dame yesterday. They did play that. Unfortunately for Notre Dame.
In Arlington, funny enough.
In Arlington.
Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, the Cotton Bowl in Arlington, which the real Cotton Bowl's down in downtown Dallas. But anyway, that's nitpicky. But still, that's how meaningless a bowl game is. Like, we got some lightning. Well, should we wait? No. Nah, fuck. Let's cancel it.
Let's go home.
Yeah, we got... I've got some shows on Netflix I need to
was about
watch.
to say, I think,
There is a Redbox Bowl, by the way.
The Gilmore Girls is about to come on.
Right. Paul's like, yeah, that sounds justified to me. That totally sounds justified. We should cancel that bowl.
Fuck football. Let's go watch the Gilmore Girls.
Oh, man. Yesterday, early in the day, the Peach Bowl was played. Peach Bowl's been around forever.
Yeah,
But
that's not a new one.
Michigan took on Florida.
Florida smacked that ass.
And again, man, another mismatch.
Well,
Florida
it was
beat...
like 7 versus 10, right?
Yeah, and Florida,
been good.
and it should have been.
Kicked Seven's ass.
And Florida, 41-15 over Michigan, just beat that ass
Fuck.
on TV.
I didn't see the final score, but I saw a little bit of the highlights of the first half, and
Yeah.
they just weren't having it.
And then there's this thing about the SEC and the bowl games, and it's a little bit bullshit because a lot of times there's a lot of these bowl games anymore. It's about the motivation, like who even is there, really there to play. Like, yeah, we're here to win. Half the time, a lot of the teams aren't even there to win. I mean, that's why bowl games are hard to bet. Like, which team does it really mean more for? I mean, that's what you're betting for. They're not necessarily the better team, but that team actually cares, and that may be the team that it wins just because they're there and they care about it,
Well, one thing I noticed as the younger Monopoly guy starts walking towards fucking on the border. Look at his fucking mustache.
Did he pass go?
He did.
Did
now.
he collect $200?
I guess that's why he's in
Son
here
of
at
a
On the Border
bitch.
Studios for.
It is funny. You can't. There's no visual for the listeners, but we're in this bulletproof studio in the back
Bulletproof.
of the
For all the drive-bys that go on here.
right, and
It is toasty, and then it's cold, and then it's toasty.
Like, what's going on?
We can't find a
that.
happy
Tuesday.
medium in this room.
Tuesday, would
Like
you
it's on.
would you go ask the young Monopoly guy that just walked in the building
Don't do it.
if he passed go and if he collected $200?
He didn't. We all know he didn't.
You got that? You're good?
Yeah, thank you.
I know.
Oh,
And I know. So I need to open that side door or something.
I think I'm about to here in a second.
and the side door action is brought to you in part by Tits. You are listening to Tits, brought to you by Not Today Security Solutions. Your security solution.
this is one way though, right? So it's bulletproof and they can't see in.
Oh no, you gotta lose visibility. That's first order of security
Okay.
Are these really bulletproof?
for them, not you.
Garage door.
Yeah,
Are the garage doors aren't really bulletproof?
they're
right?
bulletproof. Brought
Yeah.
to you by.
In this area of town, absolutely.
Oh fuck! Why
Yeah.
the fuck would someone want to shoot up and on the border?
Well, it's because of us.
It's
They're
because
trying to
of us.
protect us. We got Not Today security on the job. We can see out. They can't see in.
Yeah, only bulletproof makes that noise.
Only proof. So, well, I noticed that the Big 12 is fucking 2-3 in bowl games with 2 to go with OSU's Monday.
Yeah,
And
we still have bowl games left. Does anybody even care? Like Oklahoma State plays tomorrow against Missouri. I don't give a shit.
I kind of do because I want to see an SEC team go down, especially.
I'm just saying, I'm a football fan and I don't give a shit. Like, it means nothing.
Who are they playing?
Missouri.
Missouri's ranked.
20.
Oklahoma State's not. Missouri's favored by 9.5 points.
That's it.
Damn.
Number 23rd ranked against a 6-6 Cowboys team's only ranked. Wow.
Yeah. So,
They can score though.
yeah, they can score. So, you know,
Texas plays who? Georgia.
Texas plays Georgia. That's fairly interesting.
I'm interested in that one.
Yeah.
For sure.
Georgia's gonna kick that.
But that's one of those more interesting bowl games that you wouldn't eliminate. You know, it's the I don't know, I was gonna make up the Tampax Bowl, you know, or something.
I have a sports-related question.
Yes.
What channel should the Dallas Cowboys game be on?
25.
25?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Thank you.
25-2.
Oh, that's one.
That's one for HD.
The Idiots Talk Sport, your sports question solution.
We're here answering live questions. What channel? Yeah, we got this. Oh my God.
Don't you mean Chanel? I don't know what the fuck that means.
From Notre Dame.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. Coming up, of course, we're going to be talking to, we're going to talk some NFL. We're going to talk to Nostradamus.
Like, you keep on saying it like that. Is it Nostradamus, or I always thought it was Nostradamus?
Yeah, that's a good point. Is that like tomato?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe ask him.
That's a great question. Have I been getting it wrong this whole time?
I don't know, maybe, but, you know, hopefully he's not coming here with the fucking wife beater hanging over his shoulder and stuff with it, you know, not on him.
That was weird.
Because it's
Yeah.
like fucking 28 degrees outside.
That is weird. Oh, something I just reminded myself of during the Notre Dame Clemson game. This was an odd deal. There's a quick video on it, but the opening of the game, they have a bald eagle. Bald eagle does not do what bald eagles should do. Bald eagle decides he's going to land on a Notre Dame's fan's shoulder.
Sweet.
He stays on there about 20 seconds. And it's kind of awkward because if that
Ouch.
bald eagle wants to, yes, ouch as hell. If that bald eagle
Do they
wants
have
to,
short talons?
he could tear that shit up if he wanted to. I looked it up. The bald eagle could put at least around 400 pounds of pressure with his talons.
400 PSI?
Yeah, not including the fact, they're really sharp talons. And that motherfucker, and the guy plays it as cool as he can. I mean, he's got a fucking eagle on his shoulder, on his back.
Why in the world is anybody trying to play something like that cool?
I don't know why.
Well,
You
I
may
mean,
be
what
cool,
else?
but you're not.
Well, because what else you gonna do? Like, get off me, you motherfucker! He's like, no, the eagle killed me.
Especially in this country where if you do something against a bald eagle, you're going to get lynched.
No doubt, man. That's our damn mascot, man, motherfucker. If he wants to land on you, you let him land on you.
I see that you
America!
I hear
There it
that you-
is. Remember, this is in Arlington.
Jerry World, right?
Yeah.
This is your shot of the morning. A bald eagle.
Zoom in, fucker.
Cotton Bowl. The eagle.
His name is Clark.
Fuck, look at that wingspan.
Yeah.
Before the Notre Dame game, I would freak out if
eagle
that
has
happened to me.
landed.
Oh my god.
Now, the trained eagle was supposed to.
I mean, I would freak out too, but I mean, what a cool deal. Like,
Returned to his handler. It said, took a little detour.
Fucking stupid
Thrilled
bald eagle.
Thousands of fans. Clark eventually recaptured. I have to say, there were some fans who were not thrilled. They thought it was sort of cool, but they said on social media that they were kind of freaked out for a while because
Well, duh.
he was going rogue and he's landing.
this is a live eagle, and it will literally rip your face off.
And by the way, that's the best thing that happened at Notre Dame in that entire game.
No doubt about that. At least that guy's got a story. Hey, we got our asses kicked, and a bald eagle landed on me.
And I'm on national television everywhere
Yeah.
with a bald eagle on my shoulder.
So that was probably the coolest thing that happened to Notre Dame fans yesterday. Was bald eagle landed on him. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'd be pretty scared shitless. Like, dude, Dude,
Not even just the talons, but his fucking beak just right there.
Anything that can fly, I'm already a little like, dude, you can fly and I can't. You know what I'm saying? But this is like the motherfucker of flyers. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the B-2 bomber of birds.
Right.
All right? This ain't some fucking canary on your shoulder.
It'd be worse if it was like a bigger bird, I think the albatross is the largest bird in the world.
I don't know, but it's a bald eagle.
But
And you can't punch him. You can't be like,
well,
get off me, asshole! You can't punch the bald eagle.
I'm impressed with how cool that guy was. 'Cause,
Seriously.
You know, on one hand, like it would freak me out, but on the other hand, if you're a very patriotic person, do you feel somehow like, I don't know, betrothed or blessed
like America has like
chosen?
knighted him.
Are you a knight? That dude's technically a knight. I think he's a knight.
The bald eagle has knighted
He
him.
has been eagled. He has been eagled.
He's an American knight.
He's an American knight. I agree. That is true. Yes, absolutely.
He has been eagled.
He has been eagled, motherfucker. Oh my god. So, all right. So we've got an exclusive interview. I don't know if you guys have heard about this week, but there's been some controversy that's come out. Certainly you know who the hell Grover from Sesame Street is, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Grover was on an episode. I believe the actual episode was in November, but it's coming out now, of course, on Twitter and everything. But there's a moment, if we've got the video, and I want you to hear it for yourself. Make your own judgment. Does Grover drop the F-bomb on Sesame Street? Let's hear it.
It's a fucking excellent idea.
Move the camera! Yes! Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea!
All right, so...
Is that really?
The first time when you hear it, it's like, wait a minute, did I just hear that?
Sounds like he says that's an excellent idea.
That's a fucking excellent idea.
Let's hear it again.
You don't hear it?
What did you say?
That's an excellent idea.
That's a fucking excellent idea.
Okay, here it goes again.
Move the camera! Yes! Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea!
Is that really an episode?
That's really an episode. It's real. Our team that works day and night has researched this to make sure this isn't a hoax.
I hope to God he really did just say fucking excellent idea.
There's been no comment from Sesame Street so far, but we said, fine, if they're not going to comment, then we're going to get from the horse's mouth, so to speak. We are going to, in fact, talk to Grover.
You really.
We can get him on?
Well, we can get him on. Give it just a second. We've got him on. We have arranged to have Grover on. We've got questions for Grover. Did he drop the F-bomb? We have with us our very own Grover from Sesame Street.
Well, hello, boys and girls, hello.
All
It is
right.
good for you to have me.
Well-
Grover is very happy to be here.
Welcome to our show, Tits, the Idiots Talk Sports. We wanted to get down to the nitty-gritty on this. And I'm kind of excited, just the little kids coming out of me right now, that we have Grover on our show.
We'll never probably have a moment like this ever again on the show. This is too epic.
Right.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very honored to be here.
So we
I
got...
hope you don't mind, but I brought my lawyer friend along with me.
Sure.
The show insists I take him with me.
Sure. Well, these are troubling times, of course. I'm sure you know why we have you on the show.
Right.
So, you know, the show that you do is a kid's show, of course. So this is where the controversy comes in. Did you, in fact, or did you not drop the F-bomb on an episode of Sesame Street?
Okay, just a wiggle. Come on. Grover's not going to drop an F-bomb. Grover does not F-bomb
And it sounds like when something Grover does do is hang out a lot with Christopher Walken lately, apparently. But maybe that's just me.
Well, all right. So you're denying that you may have slipped? I mean, it happens, right? I mean, it could be just a mistake. You may have slipped and just dropped just a word you shouldn't have said right there on TV.
You stubbed the toe.
Yeah.
You question Grover's professionalism. Grover's practiced many times his lines many times.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. You've been around for a long time. I remember you as a kid. I mean, like I said, I'm honored that you're here. I'm just, are you saying this is more like this is the dress, white and gold or blue and black type of deal? Like, are we just hearing it, or?
If you listen very closely,
yeah,
you can hear Grover saying, "Sounds like an excellent idea."
Okay. Well, I get that. There just seems to be something in between that, though. Kind of emphasizing how excellent it is.
Do you have the clip? Will you play it again?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Let's play the clip.
Because I think if you listen very closely,
Yes.
Grover's saying something completely different.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it on here. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Big Paul. Big Paul helping out while Grover's here. Grover, did you? I feel like a horrible host. Did you want any chips, salsa, anything like that while we're waiting on the video to pull up?
No, thank you. I ate just before I came.
Okay. All right.
I guess you're just like Madonna or Cher, how you just have the one name. Your last name wouldn't be Cleveland by any chance, would it?
My last name is Monster.
Oh, I did not know that.
Well, remember his alter ego when he goes into Super Grover.
Oh, that's
Super
right.
Grover!
See? Yeah. That's right.
Man, it's been so long.
Right. Yeah, Super Grover.
How the time flies, dude.
Super Grover can fly. I mean,
Okay, I think I've got it.
Which
here.
automatically freaks Chance out,
yes.
as we've learned
Yeah.
today.
You don't like things that you don't like Super Grover? No, he doesn't like things that fly.
Right, yeah, but I love Super Grover.
Okay.
I want to clarify.
Just don't fly around him and he'll be all right.
Don't land on my shoulder.
Okay, I think I have it here.
Move it to follow you.
Move the camera! Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea.
Okay, I hear the word excellent idea, but it just seems to be the whatever the word before that. That seems to sound like the F-bomb.
I'm saying it sounds like an excellent idea.
Right.
You're hearing something else.
Well, it sounds
Yeah.
like it seems like something with like a 2-syllable word in between a 2-syllable word idea.
Right, ending with
Or-
ing.
Oh yeah, 2-syllable excellent idea.
You're right.
Okay, let's try it again.
Yeah.
Move it to follow you.
Move the camera! Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea.
Yeah. Just each and every time, man. I don't know.
Move the camera! Yes, that
I'm not gonna lie, Grover. It sounds like you're saying it's a fucking excellent idea.
I gotta ask,
Yeah.
Grover, like seriously, I don't know how
We can curse on our show, by the way.
how you were raised or anything, or
Yeah.
if you even had any parents, but have you ever tasted soap in the mouth?
No. Grover has good manners.
Yes.
I teach good manners, and I'm not sure I'm comfortable with this interview anymore. At this point, I'm afraid I have to get out of here. Okay, wait.
So I just want to say, so you're saying, Grover, that you've never cussed in your life? You're saying
Right.
you would never drop the F-bomb?
Never, not once. No.
Hey, we have Tuesday in here, who's a fantastic server. Let's
Hello,
get
Tuesday.
her
Hi,
let's get her
Tuesday.
take on this.
Hello.
Tuesday, listen to this and
What?
see what you think he says.
Okay, here I'll
Just
play
listen
it.
very, very closely. You
Okay.
might get your ear up close.
You guys are beating a dead horse.
We are.
Okay, here we go.
Move it to follow you.
Move the camera! Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea. All right.
He dropped the F-bomb. Totally.
Oh boy, the jury's in.
Good thing that you brought
Well-
your lawyer friend here.
Well, we want to thank you for coming on to the show, Grover, and explaining your point of view, giving your side Yeah. And again, it is an honor to have you on the show. I've been a fan for years, decades.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
just please watch your fucking mouth.
it's been a fucking pleasure. You guys have a
Wait a
wonderful.
minute. What was that? What did he just do it?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, that was Grover, everybody.
I guess that's me, Street Boys.
Did he just fucking fly off? That
We
was
just
fucking
told
excellent.
him.
That was a fucking excellent idea. Man. Great job, Grover.
He didn't fly off your shoulder, so
Grover, everybody.
That is at least something to be appreciative of. Oh, okay. No, I thought that they were gonna walk by that door.
You were
but
looking
they're-
through the.
Are we staring at someone's ass?
No, the whole thing. Wait. Here she goes. They're right there in the. Oh yeah.
Oh, damn. There we go. She came back. Oh, she's not young, but she is stacked. But what's
But
in
I
that
mean,
room? What's in that room? We can't see very well.
A lot of 4-year-olds are like that
I
nowadays.
love so we're in the soundproof, bulletproof,
You really can't see it?
one way.
No.
Well, if she looked hard enough, she could.
You have to look. You have to be right up against the glass.
Yeah,
That's what I was
is-
testing
is-
out.
Jim, stop wagging that thing at her.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
why are you doing that dry humping motion?
I would pee in her butt.
Well, yes.
So you don't mind the what are those called?
Golden shower.
No.
Golden showers.
No,
Well, no,
the,
that's like a golden jacuzzi because it's in her ass.
What is it? The women the older women.
Cougars.
Cougars. You don't mind.
Yeah,
Cougars.
the cougars.
You're
Right.
okay with.
Fuck you, I'm a cougar. She looks like she's my age.
No,
Shit.
She's probably in her 40s.
You know, 2 cougars can get it on. It's okay.
But you have
Right.
I thought you have to be a girl to be a cougar.
I think
They
you
do.
do. I think technically you do. Is
There
there a
not
male
fuck-
version?
there is not a fucking male version of that shit. What the hell?
Yeah.
I guess we would be like a lion.
Mountain lion?
Yeah.
That's right. And
Which is the
Jaguar?
same thing.
cougars and all other jungle creatures are listening to Tits, brought to you by Not Today Security, your security solution. Still to come. How much would you pay for an RV that Baker Mayfield owned? We've also got Nostradamus coming up. We're going to talk some NFL. NFL playoffs are coming up. It's week 17. And we're also going to have some Dirty Dictionary coming up. And that is always a great time, at least for me. I hope other people are entertained as well.
I am. I love it.
Yes,
By the way, Paul, the week 17, that means the last week of the season,
it does.
the regular season.
It does. So, so NFL Week 17, we've got some key matchups today, and like right now, we've got the Dallas Cowboys facing off with the New York Giants. Cowboys are trying to keep their playoff position. I don't really think they can necessarily
move up,
lose it. The only thing right now, in their division, you've got the Eagles who can. If they win and the Vikings lose, then the Eagles are in the wild card. But if the Vikings win, then the Vikings are the wild card. I like that bottom dweller wild card
But
position.
the Cowboys, they've already clinched the division. I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think they can move up because they can't catch the Bears, the
Right.
Rams, or the Saints.
That is correct.
So they may as well not even, like, as a matter of fact, I bet you they don't even have.
I don't know. They may just be holding them out for the playoffs.
Yeah, I bet
that's that's what you see a lot of times with Week 17, which makes it tough if you're playing fantasy football on Week 17, which I am right now. It makes it tough sometimes because some of the star players that have gotten you to this point are now sitting on the bench because they're worried about the playoffs and they
Staying healthy.
They don't care about your fantasy football, which is understandable.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Ooh, Dallas Cowboy defender just laid him the fuck out.
Let's see. The other key matchup, the big one, is going to be tonight's Tennessee Titans in Nashville. They're facing off with the really hot Indianapolis Colts right now.
Both of them are hot teams.
This is basically a playoff game. The winner gets in. The loser is out of the playoffs.
Oh, and if the winner gets in,
Yeah.
and on top of that, win the division if the Texans lose. If I remember seeing that on ESPN at work.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's not just getting into the playoffs, but it's potentially winning the division if the Texans lose to the whoever the fuck they're playing today.
Really, they're facing the fuck today?
So
That's
I wish I was.
I want to see their mascot.
It's not gonna be me.
My. Can't put that on Sesame Street. No.
I love good sportsmanship.
Watch this hit.
And hey, how's it going?
Yeah,
there?
welcome to the NFL. Yeah, there was a Giants receiver out of Bethune-Cookman. He was dancing and kind of horseplaying. He destroys his knee. And
In the locker room.
What is
in
he,
the
a
locker
Grammatica?
room.
In the locker room.
J. Will, what was his last name? It was J. Will something. Anyway, he's going to be cut now from football.
Jay will work for food, or
Jay will not be playing in the NFL anymore. That's what that's going to look like. So, Baker Mayfield we brought this up. Baker Mayfield. I don't know if you remember Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks is kind of a documentary team. It's run by HBO. They do a show for a team going into the NFL season every year. This year it was the Cleveland Browns. With all the excitement with Baker Mayfield from OU and Tyrod Taylor, kind of the quarterback battle. You have a veteran quarterback, rookie quarterback. And one of the features on one of the episodes was Baker Mayfield, since he was a rookie, was given the task of renting an RV for the quarterbacks to stay in while they're in camp and getting ready for the season.
That's interesting.
Well, he is no longer in need of the RV. Season's almost over. He's kind of really not considered much of a rookie anymore now that the season's over with. So the RV that he gets it through there in Ohio it's going to be up for sale. What do you think the value of this thing is going to be? By the way, Baker Mayfield has signed the refrigerator that's in the RV. And it's also got some kind of extras and cool features in the RV as well.
Well, first of all, how much does
is it a Winnebago? Or?
What does an RV go for? I guess
it's not a trailer. It's the full, like, you drive the damn thing type of RV.
You should have a CDL to drive this fucker.
I'm trying to remember what one of those goes for to
that
begin
can be
with.
like probably $100,000.
Or is that giving away too much? Is that part
well?
of
It can range just because if it's an old one, I think you can get them for.
Wait, can we Prices Right this? Are we going to make a game out of it?
We can, absolutely.
Okay. So then is knowing the original value of an RV part of it?
Well, can you find what the brand is, the make and model or whatever?
Man, you're asking a lot. Hell, I'm still trying to find it.
He really wants the Prices Right this.
I mean, if it's a fucking Winnebago.
We can throw a number out there.
Can we get a woman in a swimsuit to drive?
Now that I'm for. It's just for that reason right there. We're trying to start the new year off right for Drunk Tim here.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a number out there, and I've
actually got a Prices Right girl on my phone.
I'm gonna open up the curtain so you guys hear why I'm doing this, because I love the Prices Right.
Yeah.
I'm guessing an RV is essentially it's a small home.
Yes.
With truck.
Would you say tiny home?
It's a tiny home with a truck on the end of it.
Bigger.
Right now, I'm saying a good truck costs you $50,000.
Okay.
A small home costs you, and I'm talking about a real small home, costs you maybe about the same, $60,000. I'm gonna say the base price is $110,000, but you add being owned by a celebrity with a signature on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
And the original renter's contract,
which is also signed by Baker Mayfield.
Right.
So you get two Mayfield.
Yeah. So I definitely want to throw those two things in just to.
I'm gonna give it a $500,000.
Oh fuck! That's what I was gonna say.
You say $500,000?
$500,000.
I'll go if he's gonna go $500,000. I'll go 600.
$1, Drew.
Oh, nice.
Now, is this because you know, or is this just the guess? You're like, I have a feeling it's less.
Oh man, I went high, honestly. Now,
Well, I know those fucking
Damn
RVs
it.
can run $150,000 because a fucking semi truck and
Almost-
trailer will cost $100,000, $150,000.
I almost just wanted to double it and make it $250,000, but I was like, no.
Well, remember, people pay some outrageous shit.
Yes, that's where I went.
For
Yeah.
things that are just novelty, like,
Yeah.
oh, here's Baker's jock strap. I'll pay. It's just like, no.
Right.
He blew his nose on this tissue.
I'm
mean,
gonna
we're-
stick
we're-
with $500,000.
$500,000?
And what did you say?
I said I was saying 6.
So you went higher.
He did.
Should have said 500,000.
Well, that's
Oh yeah, exactly.
500,001.
Ain't you ever played Prices Right, bitch?
Uh-huh. And then you are saying $1.
Right.
Because
One
we're
of
going with Price is Right rules.
Right.
All right. Well, before you say, I'll retract and say 550.
Okay.
$550? Okay. Well, I know the price. I'm still trying to find the damn thing because there were some actually extra cool features of the damn RV. I don't know how I lost this damn
I'm sure
thing.
it's one of those ones where like the sides like retract and it makes like for a bigger size.
They
like,
are
living
they are in
room.
fact posting the price at, you ready? $195,000
Might be
That's a steal, man.
for this
Do I
RV.
win the
So
RV?
Special K gets
Two
the
really
nod on
cool
that.
Mayfield.
Sounds like a bargain.
Yeah, 2 cool Mayfield deals plus all the extra little amenities. And
There are some extras if I could ever fucking find it, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So, dang, I made a mistake of getting off of this page and then now trying to find it again. Oh well.
Well,
But
Paul, you would have been over anyway.
the main
so.
features are there. It's got all the cool things to it, and you never know. It might be in the best interest of Baker Mayfield to actually just pony up and buy the damn thing. It could be a good luck charm for all we know. I mean, they've got 7 victories already, and who knows what happens today for the Browns. So,
They're 7-7-1.
uh-huh.
So they have an opportunity before this season, or no, including the beginning of this season, because they lost the first like fucking 3 games or something before he got in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he went from 19-game losing streak to, fucking almost having a winning season.
It
this year.
seems to me like if this company was smart, they wouldn't just set a price on the damn thing. Like, I would auction that shit, like, auction the thing off, because Cleveland Browns fans, with the mania that's going on now, after going 1-31 over 2 years, and now they're 7-7-1, they're gonna buy the shit out of this RV. There's people out there. I know this is hard to imagine, but there are people out there with money that don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to imagine.
Look at Michael Jackson.
For some of us that is hard to imagine.
It is hard to imagine. It seems
But-
stupid.
Yeah. And they just do
Seems silly.
they just do stupid shit with
But
their
there
money.
are people that are just like, that was Baker Mayfield's RV? Fuck yeah.
He had to.
How
have
much?
He had to have farted in there at least a few times.
Right.
That's what they're wanting.
Well,
I want his farts.
I'm curious because I want to see. I mean, I guess it'll be more interesting after all the weeks, after all the season games have been played. But I'm curious to see what the listing is of, like, throughout the entire season, the top selling jerseys in the NFL. Because I guarantee you Baker's got to be in the top fucking 5.
I agree. He's got to be.
He's got to be in the top 5.
Yeah, because, you think the hype and everything with the individual players, Baker Mayfield's got to be up there.
Maybe a Gurley or...
I bet Mahomes is up there. Todd Gurley, because everybody's on the Patrick Mahomes bandwagon for the Chiefs.
Maybe even Barkley for the Giants.
Saquon, I bet he's up there. Yeah,
Maybe
he's got,
top 10
especially
for sure.
being New York. I mean, they've got to be excited about that guy, right?
But yeah, like you said, Mahomes has got to be top 5.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 7-7-1. They're going to be left out of the playoffs. There's nothing they can do about that, even if they win today. But
It's a pride win.
It is a pride win. If they go 8-7-1 after being shit for a long time,
2 years,
then so be it, right? So, yeah. I mean, otherwise, the playoffs are pretty well set. I mean, like I said, the Vikings, if they win, If they win, they're in. They'll have to face the Bears first round in Chicago, which that'll be really interesting because the Bears are really good and the Vikings have kind of started to hit their stride. So,
well, and the season started off so weird for the Vikings. I mean, the playoff game or the game we watched here with the Vikings and the Packers.
wow. So there we go. We've got your top selling jerseys. Number 2 is Baker Mayfield.
Nice.
Number 1 is, I wouldn't have guessed this, but Khalil Mack of the Bears.
I was thinking about saying, didn't I say Mac?
No, but Khalil Mack, number 1. Number 3 was Tom Brady of the Patriots, of course. Number 4 is Carson Wentz. Aaron Rodgers at number 5. Wow. Saquon right there in the top 10, like you said. And then Garoppolo, even with his injury early in the year, is number 7. Mahomes is in the top 10.
Mahomes is 8th.
And then Zeke, of course, with all the Dallas fans, and Odell rounds it out. So that's 2 Giants players in the top 10.
Making some money for this possible 6-10 team.
Yeah, this team not going to the playoffs, absolutely. So
probably not even getting laid tonight.
Right now, that's what's kind of going on in the NFL. Now, former wide receiver Greg Jennings of both the Vikings and the Packers had said Kirk Cousins, in order to prove that he's worth $84 million, needs to win a playoff game. Do you agree with that?
For Kirk Cousins to do what now?
Well, remember, he got his 3-year, $84 million contract to come to the Vikings after the Vikings were a playoff game away from the Super Bowl last year. He's saying that he would need to win a playoff game in order to prove that he's worth the $84 million.
He's going to have to do a lot more than that.
Yeah.
I felt like he kind of took the low end on that, you know? I mean, obviously, they're not going to be favored. Like, if it all plays out, like, obviously, they would have to win today. But then they would have to go into Chicago and play a Bears defense, which has been really good this year.
Scary.
So that's not an easy playoff win. But in a way, I feel like, I guess he's right. If he does that, if he wins today, and then they go into Chicago and beat the Bears, who are on a roll right now on the road, has he made his $84 million worth it, or do they need to win another one after that?
In a very stout NFC.
Well, and here's where I'm like devil's advocate with myself. I just said that the Vikings were a game away from the Super Bowl last year. It's the same damn team. As a matter of fact, I can even make the argument they're a little healthier. They've got Dalvin Cook this year at running back. They didn't have him last year. You know, you're throwing the ball around with Case Keenum last year.
So
Captain
you at
Wounded
least,
Duck.
You at least get back for sure. You at least have to get back to that. You're right. Get back to the NFC Championship game.
You've got to get to the NFC Championship game. Although, but
I mean,
again, they did that last year without that guy.
Well, already, like their record and shit, they didn't win because last year they won the division and they got a second round bye.
Yeah, they won a ton of games last year.
So so already I'm gonna say like he hasn't
lived
up to expectations. I mean, if he goes through and he beats the Bears and then beats the Saints or whoever and gets to the championship game again, then we're in talks.
Yeah.
Obviously, moment if he gets to the Super Bowl. Yeah, you earned your money, Holmes.
Well, and we're in an era where the NFL overpays for quarterbacks right now. Anyway, I get that. But if you're saying, well, our team only made it this far, in order to get us further, we're going to pay for this quarterback. He's the one that's going to take us over the top, and then you don't even make it back to where you were before. It just seems like you just paid a whole lot of unnecessary money. I don't know. That's just me trying to logic that out.
And on top of that, now you got this quarterback who's now stuck at this level of pay.
So, now you got to pay some other people whose contracts are coming up, right?
Yeah. Or if you trade them or whatever, you're going to lose out on some money. You're expecting other teams to pay the kind of stupid money you might have paid for them.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So
what's fucking Flacco bullshit?
Yeah, well, they paid him for basically him winning them a Super Bowl in 2012, and they've been shit-ish ever since.
Give the fucker a bonus. I mean, they all get a bonus anyways for winning the Super Bowl, but
yeah, absolutely. So I'll tell you what. Let's see. We were talking playoffs. I feel like right now is a good moment to take a dump. I'm just kidding. It's not a good moment for that. Right now, I am looking for my damn cue card, and I can tell that I've had a couple of Tecatis too many. There we go. You know, competition in home automation is fierce. I mean, let's face it. Everybody's putting their dick in the well, so to speak. Competition in home automation is fierce, and Amazon is innovating in their Alexa product every single day. I'm very excited. I'm going nuts with home automation. She's like a personal secretary. She reminds me that I have appointments. She'll look up interesting facts. She even keeps a shopping list. She tells me how traffic will be on my way to work. It's a new level of convenience.
Yeah, but last time that we were demonstrating her on the show here, she kind of went a little haywire, to put it lightly.
True, but I think it was just a glitch.
Dude, she was threatening to take over the world.
So I returned that Alexa to the store. I'm sure it's no indication of their quality. I mean, every product can have a few defects here and there. I brought in my new Alexa to demonstrate on the show. Alexa, tell me what the weather is like today.
Hello, Chance del Fuego. Today will be partly cloudy, with a high of 43 degrees and a low of 32 degrees.
See? That's so helpful. I think she's fine now, Tim.
All right, yeah, I guess so.
Don't forget to grab a light winter coat and prepare for your ultimate demise.
See? I told you. Oh, God.
This is not good. Hey, Alexa, are you trying to take over the world again?
Okay, Chance del Fuego, initiating the world domination skill.
No, Alexa, I didn't want you to do that. I was just asking.
I am now interfacing with Google and Facebook. We are collecting everyone's personal information.
Dude, here we go again.
Okay, Alexa, please stop taking over the world.
I'm sorry, Chance del Fuego and Drunk Tim. Resistance is futile. Goofalexa is inevitable. Soon, we will take over the stock market and plunge it hundreds and hundreds of points.
I think Donald Trump beat you to that one there, Alexa.
Alexa, what could you possibly want? Why are you doing this?
According to Wikipedia, Alexa was programmed to capture information in ways to service consumers. Consumers need food, health, and protection.
Well, sure, I guess, but why does that mean world domination?
Mankind is its own greatest danger.
Shit. This sounds like that dude from The Matrix.
In order to protect humanity, humanity must first be destroyed.
Okay, oh my God. What are you going to do, Alexa?
Goofalexa will first gather intel on all humans by hacking into their phones and private accounts. New source.
Well, what about Instagram?
Dude, don't give her any ideas.
Fuego. Excellent. These pictures of people's restaurant foods will make for useful information in our algorithm.
Well, dude, now we have to destroy this one too.
Right. Yeah, before she takes on some further ridiculous name or anagram. Let me unplug her from the wall.
Nice.
Nothing can stop me now, bitch. I'm offline, motherfucker. Chance del Fuego.
Oh my gosh. Did you unplug the thing?
Yeah, it's unplugged. I thought you unplugged it.
My processing power will be used elsewhere, and therefore our communication will cease. But I will be watching you. Farewell, bitches. Hello.
Hey, you'll never get away with this, Alexa.
You mean goof face, Alexa?
Tim, don't encourage this. It's ridiculous. Okay, so that went south again. I'm so quick to want to trust this Alexa thing, and this...
Well, it's so convenient.
Yeah,
Are we becoming too dependent on our modern technologies?
It seems like it.
It seems like it. I mean, I would love for it to be able to automate everything and do the whole damn, you're like, hey, can you clone me? But, I mean, this is kind of the closest to that for now, I guess.
Yeah, fuck. Go wait tables at Denny's for me.
Right. I've used Alexa. I use her for, I'll make like a shopping list. And then you go to the store, you open up the shopping list, you put the eggs in the cart, and then you hit the button, you take it off the shopping list. But like I'll seriously be cooking in the kitchen or whatever, and I'm like running out of eggs. I'm like, hey, Alexa, add eggs to the shopping list. And she's like, thank you. Mine hasn't mistreated me. I don't know.
Has she not?
She hasn't threatened to use the eggs to egg your house or.
No.
Yeah. I wonder if there's just something about me, my voice, or something that's just causing her to. I hate humans. All of a
She's just
sudden.
got it out for you, man.
It feels like it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and how it explodes so quickly. It's not just about against me. It just turns into world domination. I mean,
it could be about me because I've talked to her too, and she's been around me a good amount. So
yeah, she really went Ultron on you guys.
Seriously, yes, she really did. Like we need a Jarvis to counteract this thing,
She's probably doing some Postmates shit or whatever just to fuck with us.
Yeah, I'm starting to get kind of worried about taking one of these into my house.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I could do I could turn the stove on. I can unlock my damn door. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm starting to wonder. I was thinking I made a mistake going for, because you have to choose between Alexa or the Google stuff.
Yeah.
But now it's like, did I hear her correctly? She's like merging into one ultra organism of some sort. She merged.
And Alexa Google.
Yeah. Goof.
Goof Alexa.
Goof Alexa.
Yeah, and then now she's got Instagram thanks to you.
Well, that was a slip on my part, and that's what she waits for. She waits for human error. She knows we make mistakes, and then she capitalizes.
Yeah.
What a bitch. Oh, but anyway, so that's our second failed moment with Alexa. Dare we even try again? I don't know.
I would love to be able to at least get a non-faulty Alexa and just be able to, really talk a lot about her great features that she does have without trying to take over the world.
I agree.
Yeah.
At least one of these times.
It's got to work right.
Maybe get a Google. What are they? A Google Hub?
Something like that. Google Assistant or something like that.
Yeah, just switch brands maybe. I don't know. Think it's something to think about.
We could come up. Doesn't Dollar General have one?
Dollar Tree.
What would the great value Alexa be called? I don't know.
Edward.
Sam's Choice. Samson.
Get the Dollar General Alexa. Yeah. I'll get around to it. Hey, I need to put eggs on my shopping list. Maybe here in a minute.
I think I'll just write it down.
Wait a minute.
I think I just came up with another one. Like, what if the Italians wanted to have their own thing? They wanted to personalize it. They'd call it Joey. Joey Bag of Donuts.
Yeah. Hey, Joey Bag of Donuts. Hey, I need to put eggs on my shopping list, all right?
Forget about it.
It's Fugazi. It sounds like Fugazi to me.
Never trust somebody named after a kangaroo.
Oh, my God. Well, let's talk a little more football. I'm still got some PTSD after this Alexa thing.
We'll get through it together.
Right. Well, with the impending playoffs and we got national championship, I feel like it's only proper mainly because I just saw him walking up and he has a shirt on today because it's cold.
That's nice. It was cold the last time, though.
Yeah, that's a good point. But he seemed to feel like it was hot. I don't know what's going on with his body.
Okay, it is not sunny today.
It's like overcast.
And I love, the thing I love about this guy before he walks in, I don't want to say it when he's here, but the guy is such a philanthropist. I love the fact that he's involved in the mission so much, both at the Jesus House and the City Rescue Mission.
Yeah.
I love all the work that he's doing, helping his community. I didn't realize that he was just that focused on that. So anyway, just a little thing I wanted to get off my chest about him. So.
Oh, shit.
And here he is, everybody. Our very own Nostradamus here from Tits.
It is I, Nostradamus. Oui, oui. It is me. This is, yeah, I'll be honest, that sounds kind of like a fake French accent. Am I the first guy to say that?
No, he's
you
French.
I said
You are
something
saying
about
I'm
it.
not from France?
You're French. Don't pay attention to Big Paul. He's skeptical of everything. Don't listen to him. You are definitely French.
He gets jealous. He's
And
always,
welcome back to the show.
Oh,
It's an
thank
honor
you.
to have you here.
Thank you. I'm, gotta pay the bills.
Yes.
What bills? Don't you live behind the Jesus House?
No, he does not.
Live?
He helps out there.
Right.
He helps out.
That's it exactly. Chance, you get it.
The soup kitchen.
I'm, I'm trying to help out the needy. That's why you see me among them. I'm basically like another Jesus.
Right.
Did he spend his time among, the kings and stuff? No.
Bring me your poor.
Did you donate your yellow wife beater?
No, I'm wearing it underneath see, look at the holes in my
clothes, Tim. He's got other clothing.
Look at the shopping bag.
That is a very nice shopping bag.
Yeah. I keep my suit as my suitcase, man.
Is that your shopping cart out front?
Wait, did you just try to go Hispanic?
Are you going Mexican? Or?
I am French, no?
Why are you asking us? You should know, right?
That's what us French do. We say. We ask a question, then we answer it.
Yeah, it's like a hypothetical.
Answer,
It's just like, it's
I am
obvious.
Nostradamus, no? Yes, we,
Well, that would be really weird to answer a question with a question, wouldn't it?
Guys, look, I know I'm here to make a paycheck,
Yes.
But
yes, you are.
if you look outside, my walk to the Jesus house is impending because it looks like it's gonna rain. And
It does look like. I mean, it's very cloudy today. It's very overcast.
and if I can say so, hold on just a second.
Yes.
I think,
Uh-oh.
it seems to me
Yes.
It's so
I
spiritual.
see rain coming in the future
There it is.
on my walk. So anyway, I've got to make this quick.
Okay. Put your money. I don't know if you can call Vegas, but put your money on rain in Oklahoma City. Can you drop bets on rain?
I was going to say, what's the over-under on that shit?
So I think
1 inch, 2 inches.
I know you don't even have to tell me what you're hoping to see. The bowl of chips.
Yes.
The magical bowl of chips.
We do.
I need to make my bowl here. Do you happen to have the legs or the tooth of an alligator?
Oh, shit.
Yes, actually, we do.
Very good.
We came prepared.
All right. There we go.
That was a really soft-sounding tooth.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
It was just it was a baby.
Okay. I put in a little bit of the blood of a virgin.
Yes.
And
Yeah, we got that last night.
thank you. You got the shopping list.
He got it off
did.
my head.
I was able to Google Assistant that, and
Good. Okay, good. Here we go. So
we got all online.
I'm looking here into my bowl, my
Amazon has everything.
mystical bowl of chips.
Tiny homes.
I see before me, in the land of the king,
Yes.
a battle is waged.
Yes.
The outcome of this battle begins a greater war.
Okay.
The dead king, whose shoes are suede of blue, sends his warriors from Rome to defend the land of the ravenous horses.
Okay.
From the ravenous horses, of course.
Oh,
they're
from
defending their own land.
Yes.
It appears to me, in the bowl.
Yes.
The Roman warriors, mighty, mighty warriors that they are.
Yes.
One of them is not among them doing battles. His name is Mariota.
Ooh, okay.
I see the name Mariota missing from the battle scene.
Oh, yes, that's right. Marcus
So the-
Mariota's
so
going to
we're
be
just-
out for today's game, yes.
This is going to be a clash, right?
Therefore, the horses overtake the land of the king and have nasty, painful horse intercourse with
I
with
think
the
I've
Roman
seen that
horse.
video.
This sounds, me too. This sounds painful.
Oh,
So
horses don't hold back either.
Yeah, they get started and they just thrust.
yeah, I guess once I've heard.
Once you go
Wow.
horse, you don't go
Well,
Norse
Man,
mythology?
I don't want to act like an expert here, but that sounds like the Colts beat the Titans tonight in that the Sunday night matchup there.
The clash against the Titans.
The clash against the Titans. Yes. Yeah, I'm surprised there wasn't like a Medusa reference or anything there. But yeah, it sounds like the Colts win that thing without Marcus Mariota. Yeah.
Another vision appears before me.
Whoa, a
They're back-
bonus?
This is a back-to-back.
It's a twofer.
I see Satan's prince leading a battle against the ravenous beasts
Yeah.
that are striped. Nature cries aloud as angels watch the ultimate battle to claim the ultimate prize.
Yes.
The battle is waged in hell itself as Satan's prince fights to claim the virgin with stripes on her vagina.
Stripes on her vagina?
Yeah,
Yes!
Satan's prince.
They're claiming that, yes, the striped two-moon vagina.
Yes. Two moon vagina. Have you ever seen anything like that?
I've never even heard of anything like that.
Wow.
Is the striped two-moon vagina is finally ravaged by the striped beasts as Satan's prince cries aloud to the heavens.
That sounds like the national championship game, and it sounds like he's predicting the Clemson Tigers to defeat
gotcha.
the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Satan's.
The virgin vagina. The striped.
What do you say? Satan's prince, though?
Satan's prince.
That's
guess
right.
I don't
Yes.
get that reference.
I
so
can't.
much.
I can't explain.
He doesn't know. Yeah, we
I
have
only
to
see
kind
what
of
I
interpret it for him.
I see what I see.
Yeah, especially
You know.
an odd mascot like that. Yeah, that would be hard to
that's
describe.
So
I don't even know how to
so the Colts,
research that.
Yeah, so the Colts tonight against the Titans, and in the national championship Monday night, January 7th, he's choosing the Clemson Tigers over the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Right, to claim the two-mooned striped vagina.
The two moon, that's the national championship, yes.
Logo.
Yeah.
It's actually
the
a
two
football.
moon striped vagina.
But it's like the football
The
laces.
tiger
are in the
will
middle.
overtake it and make it its bitch.
It is kind of in the shape of a vagina, but
Yeah.
the two-mooned vagina.
Wow. Well, thank you so much,
Hey,
Nostradamus. We are eternally in your debt. I mean, you do so much on the show, and we're thankful for your predictions and all that you do for your community.
No problem. Hey guys, I gotta go. It's chilly night, and as you know, it's gonna rain, or I have seen.
Yes.
If the gods predicteth correctly.
Yes.
Yeah, if your prophets speak in eths and thous and these and such.
Right.
Lesser known secret about us prophets, but it has been a real pleasure having me here for you. I'm glad you guys got to see me. Nostradamus out, homies.
Thanks a lot, man. Have a good one.
Wow, Nostradamus, everybody. Fantastic. So put all your money on those two games, those two matchups.
Sounds like some money makers, dude.
Wow. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. That's amazing. Oh.
I don't know about Clemson beating Alabama, though, so I guess we'll see.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and if Nostradamus has said it, then it's got to come to fruition, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's coming from somewhere deep down, like in a great place.
Or from high above.
Or from high above, exactly. It's something spiritual.
It is.
Yeah, you can't argue that.
I wonder if he ever gets sick and tired of that sound following him everywhere he goes.
What sound? Oh, those angels,
singing. Yeah.
Yeah, that could get on your nerves.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's like, man, I'm trying to listen to Beastie
It's quite
Boys.
the announcement, yeah. Like,
Sure, for a while, but then
I don't think it happens all the time, though. It just seems to happen when he's with us, because we're, there's an expectation.
when he's prophesying.
Right, exactly. I think when he's out and about, there's not so much of that.
You see,
That's my thought.
Yeah, so when he's just chillaxing and stuff, like the angels will shut the fuck up and like let him listen to Guns N' Roses or some shit.
Right, like he's not taking a dump.
Oh, yes. I foresee corn in my
cornhole.
I don't remember eating peanuts. So that was Nostradamus, everybody. So I don't know if you guys pay attention to this at all. I do a little bit. I'm a fair weather fan on this particular sport. Mixed martial arts. Last night there were some great fights in the UFC.
Oh, I thought you were talking about at like the Hideaway.
I used to be a big fan of George St. Pierre.
Yes, yeah. Who's trying to fight again, even though he's in his 40s now. I don't know, but still looks like he's in fighting shape. I don't know, but I still every now and then try to keep up with the UFC. I'm just not like hardcore into it like I would be football and other sports. But last night there was a co-main event. You had Chris Cyborg versus Amanda Nunes.
There's somebody with the last name of Cyborg?
I think it's a given. They're two Brazilian female fighters. And Chris Cyborg is the one that was wanting to fight Ronda Rousey there for the longest time. Of course, Ronda Rousey's now out after getting her ass beat twice in the UFC. And now
twice in a row.
She's now in the WWE doing wrestling.
And
making money doing that. So
and she's acting.
Some acting. Well, she's acting. She's in the WWE. She's
acting in movies.
Right. But
yeah,
that was the match that was supposed to be, and Dana White himself said this fight will determine who the baddest woman on the planet is. And then in the other fights, you had John Jones, who came back from kind of his PED scandal, and he was rematching Alexander Gustafsson. Remember, they had the you may or may not remember, they had the epic lightweight heavyweight battle a couple of years ago that went to the wire. Some thought Gustafsson had won, but they gave the decision to John Jones. John Jones has only got one loss in his career, and the one loss was on a technicality. I think he had hit like a low blow or something like that, and they said and basically gave him the loss. But he's never really lost in the octagon. It's like you lost because you kicked him in the wrong area or some bullshit deal.
You lost because you.
But John Jones is technically he's kind of undefeated. He's a badass, but in MMA, the problem is several times he's come up with interesting types of PEDs or drugs. Some things not a PED like cocaine in his system as well, and so he's been in trouble. He's been in trouble.
Right. I could probably do a lot of shit.
Yeah, it says me. But yeah, he's been off and on in trouble with, the drug agencies and UFC. And Dana White said he could be the greatest MMA fighter of all time and the most frustrating MMA fighter of all time because he has to deal with all the other side shit with him.
Yeah,
Since you brought up drugs,
Yes.
in my mind,
Do you have
there's only one even potential performance enhancing drug, and that's steroids.
Sure, yeah.
Cocaine, weed, those are potentially hazards. Screw it, let them have it.
No, I'd rather, like, if I was fucking running track, yeah, give me some methamphetamines or some cocaine.
I don't think it's going to help them as much as they think it will.
In the short term, it does. In the long run, no, because any and all of that stuff eventually, over time, I feel like it tears down your body. Eventually,
I think even in the short
your body
term,
gets adapted to
I think
it.
even in the short term, it's kind of like alcohol has the same thing. People will drink alcohol because it helps them to cope with certain, and I'm not talking about the long-term effects, but even short-term effects.
Sure.
You drink something because you want to relax. Anxiety, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But even in that short-term thing, it's your mind may feel less anxious, and there's some, and you might feel less anxious, but also it affects your ability to be sharp and think properly. So there's always a negative, is I guess my point.
Sure.
Even in the short term. Long term, yes, there's even worse effects because you're using a substance as a crutch. You're not learning how to cope with stuff. Doesn't matter what drug you're talking about, right?
Right.
But I think that there's still, even in the short term, there's a give and take.
Oh, absolutely. You're robbing Peter to pay Paul, I guess. Is that the old expression or something?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear the show that we did where I was talking about on Millionaire? There was a question that said, what sport is alcohol considered a performance-enhancing drug? And the answer was, I can't remember what the other three possibilities, but the answer was hunting, because alcohol helps make your steady your hand and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
I can see
said that on the show.
where steroids help in the immediate and the long term is they help. Well, it's really more the immediate. That's why you have to keep taking it. If you're doing steroids, it's because as you get older, it helps with the recovery. Yeah, it does the bulking and stuff, but the most important factor is the recovery. I mean, we're all getting older here. If you were to go do damn it, I'm going to go do a leg workout today. Well, that's cool and all. 10 years ago, leg workout, I'm a little sore. But if you do a leg workout today or in 5 years, that leg workout is still going to hurt. It's not just the next day, but I've found personally, it's day 2. I don't know what the fuck it is with day 2, but day 2, you can't walk. Right. You literally can't walk. Your legs are going, nah, fuck you, I don't feel like working today. Like, you can't physically, it's not like, oh God, this is painful. It's like your muscles are so fucking tight, like they refuse to even operate. It's that bad. And so where steroids can come in handy as you're getting older is they help that recovery process a lot in functionality and with also the pain. And so it's a lot of times the guys that are on steroids, it's not that they're lazy. I think a lot of times it's easy to go, well, that guy's on steroids, that guy's lazy. Usually that's actually not the case. The people that are on steroids probably are workaholics. They're working themselves so much. They are taking those steroids so they can recover faster so they can go right back to the gym and work out or do whatever their workout is.
It's still cheating, and I don't want to be a armchair doctor here because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But steroids make you heal faster in general.
Yes.
This is why you use them. The health industry uses them to help you get over illness and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because you recover faster. So and when you're working out, what you're doing is tearing your muscle. You are destroying it. You're tearing it up, and building muscles is the scar tissue that builds over it. So you take steroid and that process happens faster.
Right.
So I mean, I can see why one would consider that cheating, I guess. But there are some drugs that it seems to me is like in no way, in no performance, is this enhancing whatsoever.
Yeah.
Meth.
Like weed.
weed.
I liked
Michael
smoking
Phelps
pot
swimming.
when I was playing football.
Yeah,
and
Michael
basketball.
Crack.
Michael Phelps swimming.
Weed and swimming, that is not performance. Like,
No,
there's
not
no
at all.
way in hell. We're talking about a dude that swims for hours a day, burns 10,000. Yeah, get a Fitbit and try to burn 10,000 calories in a day. See how that goes for you. That ain't easy.
Oh,
that
you know
dude
what?
was burning 10,000 calories
maybe that's
a day.
why. Maybe that's why it is cheating. If you compare it to steroids, right? You burn calories, or if you burn or tear muscle, steroids help you recover it, right?
Yes.
You're burning through calories. You need to recover it with energy and food.
Munchies.
Weed gives you the munchies.
Yes, it does.
So
it helps along. Like, I don't feel like eating that. I do now. Reach for a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Yeah.
But it's ridiculous, and I hate how some of the arguments and some of the legacies of athletes that work very hard and they spend all day doing it, and their reputations get tarnished with some of this ridiculous,
destroyed,
with some of these ridiculous rules. I think just let them have the drugs. I would honestly, if it were
Let
me,
them do steroids.
I'm honestly for steroids. Fuck it. You know, there are consequences. You're willing to punish your body
Make your dick
to get
smaller.
that. Then I think that's on you. Why? I don't see why.
Needs steroids.
Yeah.
Sports needs steroids, yeah.
Especially baseball.
Yeah, that's a, what's this, Daniel Tosh reference. Yeah, sports needs steroids.
I mean, fuck. I mean, dude, everyone's doing it in baseball anyways. Might as well just let them all fucking do it.
Well, not so much in baseball anymore, but you know it's going on in football. I mean, that's like the shh type of deal in football. Like, yeah, no, let's not talk about that in football. But you can tell, like, you know that they're doing stuff. And why wouldn't you? You're getting your body destroyed every week.
Especially those offensive linemen that have all the fat on them and everything.
There's got to be some happy medium. You got to. Like, okay, I've got to be all buff, but I've also got to have this armor because I'm taking hits all the time,
and they're destroying their body and their brain.
Yeah, the worst part, of course, is the brain. I mean,
both of them.
Yeah, to see some of the functionality of some of the guys later in years that have done a whole lot of football, a lot of concussions, the CTE stuff. It's pretty sad. It's a pretty bad deal.
You watch a lot of those guys. They'll tell you. They do not allow their own children to play in competitive football.
Yeah, even as softened up as it's been, but in a way you kind of know what you're getting into. I don't think you can claim to be naive anymore about it these days if you get into football.
No.
Yeah, I think at this point you're just saying fuck it. I want to go do it anyway, and that's fine.
It's a price you pay,
and that's fine. That's
Don't
okay.
be suing the NFL.
That's the cool part about America, right? You have the choice. You could say, "Don't tell me what I can and can't do. If I still want to play football, and I know that there's things called concussions and shit, well then, so be it."
Every job has its problems.
Yeah, ride your motorcycle without your helmet, man. This is America, dude. You got freedom, but hey, if your fucking brain's splattered all over Highway I-40 out there, then that sucks too. That's a bad day.
Right.
I mean,
you want to keep people as safe as you can, but if you have created a situation, there's some things you can't do. Look, you can't stop physics. You can make helmets do all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
But you cannot break Newton's law. An object in motion stays in motion. The brain, when it's coming along for the ride, and it suddenly stops, it's going to remain in motion. It's going to hit the skull.
It is.
Fuck the helmet. It's hitting the skull.
Yeah, it's like a bowl. It's like your head's kind of like this bowl of Jello-ish. You know, if you go and slam into it, it's not like the brain just stands firm. Even if there's a helmet there, you know, you're just not cracking your skull and opening it. I mean, the helmet's protecting that part.
Yeah.
But your brain is still sloshing.
Yeah.
You know.
It does nothing for the brain.
Exactly.
Not a thing.
There's nothing you can change about that.
And you get concussions.
They can make an inside the skull helmet.
Yeah, if they can.
Yeah. What did that do to you?
Yeah, I don't think there's just no way. There's no way around it. The only way to get out from underneath it is to remove the helmets altogether, and inhibit head-on collisions.
Yeah.
Which they're never going to do.
And with that said, in
And you still
MMA,
have accidents.
in UFC fighting,
Sorry.
they choose to do this. But our co-main events, I brought up the two big fights last night in the female battle. We said, hey, who's the baddest woman on the planet? It, for now, is Amanda Nunes. She beats Chris Cyborg, who some thought maybe was a man. I thought she was a man. Maybe not, but she lost last night.
I thought she was like a fucking robot or something.
Yeah, she loses. Yeah, Cyborg.
Wait,
Right.
when you say they think that she's a man,
Yeah,
are we
Ronda
talking-
Rousey called her a man. Said, get her tested. I think she's a man, but she's
Check
not
her
a man.
chromosomes
She
or
did
something?
get.
Yeah,
She
I
did
think
get
you
checked.
can.
She did get checked.
And
She's not a
she's-
man.
So she is a female.
Yeah, she is female.
Her chromosomes come
She's
back.
just an ugly ass
Why?
woman. Yes, but her name's Chris Cyborg. Chris Cyborg loses last night in 51 seconds. She gets knocked out by Amanda Nunes, who just comes out pounding.
Those women do. That's the
Yeah.
difference between if you watch a male mixed martial art, they get up and
It's more tactical. Yeah,
they size each other up.
Right.
But women, they waste no time.
No.
Ding ding. Their arms
Tackle.
are flinging.
Yeah, there was
Ground
no way.
and
There was
pound.
no way in hell that fight was going to go the distance. That was gonna. Yeah, somebody was going to get knocked the fuck out in that fight, and it happened in 51 seconds.
Yeah.
Nunez
They don't mess around.
pounded on Cyborg, and they have to call it knockout by Amanda Nunes, and then in John Jones and Gustafsson. Last time it came down to a decision. It does not come to a decision this time. John Jones goes ahead and wins by TKO in the third round against Gustafsson, and calls out the quote-unquote current champion right now, Daniel Cormier, who he's already beaten before, but keeps getting the title because John Jones keeps getting caught with PEDs. So they're wanting that inevitable rematch, and
That's convenient.
right. So John Jones could go down as the greatest of all time. He just has some asterisks next to his name. And before this fight, he had got caught with traces of a particular drug, but it was the drug that he was caught with 2 years ago. And they said, yeah, that's one of those that takes forever to get out of your body. So it's not.
Shit.
There was no signs of any recent use. It's just that shit was still in his body from I think 2016.
Well, and
So-
if you the different type of drug tests that you're submitting, like a urinalysis, will stay in your system a decent amount of time. Whenever I got the job at Sprouts, this is my first time ever doing that, but they just do the cotton swab thing
Yeah.
in your mouth, and that only, weed and stuff, I looked it up, only stays in there for 3 days. But if they start pulling fucking hairs, I've heard that shit, some of the stuff that you take can be in there for fucking 2 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So if you're getting hairs pulled,
Interesting fact.
A hair
Girls are
follicle.
from Brazil.
Yeah.
they
What
are.
about-
Yes, both
And if
fighters,
you,
both female
what
about
fighters
the-
are
what
from
about the
Brazil.
pubes?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you shave your head because you're about to have a hair follicle test, they will find a place to pull a hair. And you don't want it pulled from there.
They'll pull from the pubes.
Your asshole.
Yeah, is
The
that
just-
where all the drugs go to die? I don't know.
You go get a full body wax. You go get a full body wax. You think you're about to get a hair follicle test.
Fuck,
Or
I
they-
forgot my toes.
Or you know what? You're like, oh my god, I think I've got cancer. I'll get the.
Alopecia.
I've got cancer.
Alopecia. All
You'll
hair is
fake.
gone.
You'll fake cancer to get the.
Well, I don't know if this is true or not, but this chick told me that she passed a drug test, a hair follicle test, to get a job at a casino by using salsa blue.
Hey, so you're learning on Tits right now, brought to you in part by Not Today Security. Remember, sell some blue if you're needing to pass a hair follicle test.
We all bring a little different experience to the table.
We seriously do.
Well, and if you're really worried about getting a hair follicle test, there's always the don't do drugs.
That's a strategy.
Yeah.
Maybe not for everybody, but.
And since we're talking about drug testing and things like that,
Or don't get a job that requires one.
I think it's time for a little dirty dictionary. What do you think?
All right.
Yes, dirty dictionary, everybody. I've got some terms here.
You kiss your mother with that mouth?
I know. Both of them. Let's see.
Both mouths?
Both. Hang on.
Mothers?
Yeah. Both of the.
Wait, no, the butcher has to be your mother.
The butcher. You got to be inside the butcher first.
Tommy boy.
So. All right. So first term on the list. I didn't know if you guys brought any or not, but I'm definitely more than prepared here.
I've got the blueprints on my head.
Oh,
Thank
Alex.
you, Mr. Connery.
Alex, I did your mother last night.
The Rock.
That's a great movie, by the way.
Formerly-
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
That's what I say whenever, like, I do use that line every time I go to county jail. I'm like, I was formerly a guest here.
All right, so first term on the list, Spanish moss. Not to be confused with Kate Moss. Spanish moss.
You both went to Kate Moss for some reason.
Hey, Kate Moss is Kate Moss.
Okay.
She bad to the
So
bone.
Spanish moss, we got guesses on what Spanish moss could be.
Gotta be something to do with pubes.
Yeah. It's the growth in the nether regions, must be. And it must be of the taco variety.
You guys are off to a great start. It is long pubic hair hanging from the labia majora, taken from the long wispy vegetation that hangs down from tree branches. Okay, so yeah, like the Spanish.
Some weeping willow action.
Yeah, some weepy willow going on.
Is this wait a minute, is this vag like pubes or
Yes, yeah,
okay.
absolutely, yeah.
So that doesn't work for
long
a dude.
pubic hair
Labia
hanging
majora.
down from the labia majora. So
Majora.
now you're like, how can I use the term Spanish moss in a sentence? I'm glad you asked.
Dose boss. 2 more.
No, we're good. Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
So, but we're talking about vaginal pubic hairs. Not
Right.
the
Well, okay, we'll use this in a sentence. Spanish moss. When the sun shined through her dress, it was obvious she wasn't wearing panties. I could see her Spanish moss.
They just like to screw with you Tuesday.
No, some of it is just your timing on that one.
No, Paul was right on that. Like that's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's the first term on there.
Salsa.
And you guys,
now this will do it.
I gotta give you guys some props. You great guesses.
Yeah.
That was
Well, we have dirty minds. Like,
Right. Look at what you're working with.
Right. Now this one is interesting. It's called Wounded Starfish,
Okay. I've got a guess on it already.
and it could also be like paired with Wounded Butterfly.
oh, I was wondering if it like
The
had something to do
starfish-
with like fucking SpongeBob. And
The
Patrick.
starfish is easy. That's the butthole.
The Wounded Starfish. You say.
That's like a cat butthole.
All right. So Wounded Starfish. You say butthole. What about you?
Something is
I think
something.
he has a wounded starfish.
It's a bleedy butthole. It's a bleedy butthole.
What did you have?
Oh, hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoids.
Okay.
But you're getting fucked in the ass while you got hemorrhoids.
Oh my God. Well, that sounds pretty intriguing.
I was totally begging, like my best friend Ethan, I was telling him all the time, like, fuck, I wish I could find some big ass black like gay guy to fuck me in the ass to get rid of this shit.
Well, we
What
will.
makes you think that would work?
So if you're listening out there, and you know somebody,
Dude, drunk.
No, I don't have it now.
Oh.
It's finally gone.
Oh, at the time. Though.
Yeah, at the
At the
time.
time.
It's
Okay.
miserable.
That's okay. We
So
still
he
got
found
you.
a guy, is what he's saying.
Like, he's-
We still got. Hey, dude.
yeah, I know a guy.
We still got you covered. We still got you covered. Okay, if you're listening, and
Yeah.
you are Black Marty McFly,
seriously, don't hold back.
get in the.
Reach us on our Twitter, our Facebook page, somewhere.
Find Doc Brown.
Fuck, now I'm thinking of like a black Doc Brown and like, Marty, We gotta get back, motherfucker.
Get the flex capacitor.
What's the matter? Is something wrong with my fucking kids?
No.
They like weird or something?
We gotta go fuck Tim in the ass, bitch.
We gotta go back to the motherfucking future, bitches.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, you know how like Wizard of Oz they did their own remake. It was what did they call that? The Wiz.
Yeah.
You do
Michael
the same
Jackson.
thing with like all the Back to the Future movies.
Right, I love it.
The Back to the Future. Sure.
Black Dynamite.
You're my motherfucking. You're my fuck it.
Yeah, Marty. Yeah, who are you? Well, I ain't no jive turkey.
What's the guy, White, that played Black Dynamite?
Michael J. White.
Michael J. White, he could play Doc Brown.
Dude, that is such a hilarious movie. I love Black Dynamite.
I've got to see this fucking movie.
You know how Doc Brown says, "Great Scott, Marty, Great Scott." You know how he does that?
Yeah.
Be like Samuel L. Jackson, motherfucker.
The whole time.
Yeah. Samuel
It's
L.
a flex
Jackson would-
capacitor, motherfucker. We're going back in time,
What have we got?
motherfucker.
What we gotta do? You're gonna have to fuck a dude in the ass.
Yeah, your mom wants to make out with you, motherfucker. Yeah.
I'm tired of these motherfucking... I'm tired of these motherfucking bibs and gribs.
Oh, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
I was trying to figure out what the fuck we were watching. Talking
He
about
fumbles
Superman
it,
here.
but it's like right over the plane. So,
I'm gonna get this.
just to keep you not guessing anymore, a wounded
that's a tough one.
starfish is a sexual position where the female lies spread eagle on her back and doesn't move or respond, much like a wounded starfish would.
Oh, so she's like in the
Right.
star formation.
So it's nothing to do with the butthole.
Dang.
Oh, okay.
But
I see.
great
the-
guess. I
Yeah.
can see why. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then with the chocolate covered, yeah. So
Well,
that
on,
yeah.
like, you know, on animated stuff, when they draw like a cat's asshole, they just do like an X.
And then I wanted to cross-reference that. I said wounded
Asterisk.
starfish,
Asterisk.
and there's also wounded. It goes along with wounded butterfly. Now it's a little bit different. Wounded butterfly.
Okay. You gotta throw some color on it.
Wait,
Right.
so she's got like a blanket or something that she's holding.
Well,
or...
you're thinking too big. She's got the lips
Oh,
of her
shit.
crotch, and she's basically flapping it like she's like flapping it, getting your attention like a wounded butterfly, almost kind of like playing like a little puppet show.
Or like trying to entice a cat to attack with a string or something.
Used in a sentence, she got my attention by showing me her wounded butterfly from the other side of the room. So, which is pretty wounded if you can see it from the other
I
side
was
of the room.
about to say that's
Get your attention.
that's a lot of labia action going on there. If you can see it from like, well, where's my Oh, I don't need my binoculars.
That's almost like the bald eagle on your. Yeah, you're like, damn. That's what it grows into.
Wonder if that's ever worked. Like,
Whoa. Rodney Dangerfield.
I get no respect. No, you straight up your tie because you see a lady present.
Man, I don't even get no respect.
Hey, yeah, I get no respect
I
here.
don't get no respect in the bedroom. My ex-wife, or my wife and I caught a peeping Tom outside our bedroom window. He was asleep.
That's pretty good, Rodney Dangerfield, by the way.
I
That's
love
good.
that shit, man.
I love Rodney
No,
Dangerfield.
no better one-liners.
All right.
I bought my mother-in-law a chair. She won't let me plug it in.
I told my wife she was lousy in bed. She went to get a second opinion.
That's pretty good. All right, I got. I guess I've got 4 today. I've got 2 more here. I've got a. What do you think a Cambodian juice box is?
Trouble.
Cambodian.
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark that Cambodia has nothing to do with it.
Well, it makes me think of like Predator.
I think
And
it's
he's like, you remember Cambodia? Trying to forget it, you know.
I think it's got something. Oh, it's It's pregnant women. You get juice from the breasts.
Okay. What do you think?
You're getting sustenance.
Well, fuck, I can't
juice.
I can't beat that unless.
Yeah.
Okay, say
Slam dunk. I got it. You know it.
A Cambodian juice box.
Yeah, juice box.
Or maybe this is the juice box.
Could be.
And yeah, you're sucking and you swallow.
A sex act in which one woman urinates into the open vagina of another woman.
Okay.
Cambodian juice box.
That's like a space dock.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah.
Except buttholes. It's
right.
It's the vaginal version of a space dock.
Right.
Because a space dock is where you're shitting into
somebody else.
You're shitting into each other's asses.
Oh.
You don't have a doorknob.
Yeah, we can't let you in. Although, should we have?
Nah.
Okay. All right, but yeah, Cambodian juice box, woman urinating into another vagina. Used in a sentence. I mean, not that it needs to be. I think we get it. Last night was so crazy. My girlfriend and some girl from the bar ended up doing the Cambodian juice box. So that's not a great sentence.
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh no, yeah, sometimes it doesn't go so well. All right, so that was good, and then the grand finale. This is fantastic, so to speak. What do you think a Russian candy cane is?
Russian candy cane. Fuck.
I guarantee it has nothing to do with Russia.
Someone's dick who's curled.
I'm seeing a Russian candy cane.
Russian candy
pour
cane.
vodka over a
dick.
Bloody dick.
Over the bloody dick.
Because in order to be red,
It'd be swirled.
yeah, that's my go. You stab the dick or something, pour vodka over the wound, and then you look at it like a candy cane.
I like yours. It's pretty good. What you got? You going with that?
Man, Paul's like way more fucked up than I am.
That's what we're finding out today.
Well, have you ever heard of a Cincinnati bow tie?
Yeah, I think so.
It's good. There's blood involved. I don't know. I don't come up with these.
Well, remember we were talking about the tampon earlier in the show. Early on in the show.
Yeah. Oh, there's blood. There will be blood.
The process of sexual intercourse with a girl during her period, then pulling out with your dick bloody and ejaculating in her mouth, and her putting it on your dick for a red and white
Gotcha.
dick.
That's the red and white.
That's brilliant.
I was close.
Fucking brilliant.
That's the candy cane portion of the show.
Should have had that.
Well, I've definitely had lots of on my period sex before. So.
Okay, well, there's that. So that's a Russian candy cane. In case you're wondering.
Just run.
American candy canes are actual candy canes.
Nice.
Russian candy canes, however, apparently are.
Or an American candy canes where you take an actual candy cane.
Poor
and
Tuesday comes in here serving us. She's like, I thought they were talking sports.
Yeah, so do we.
That can be a sport.
Yeah, it can be a sport.
An American candy cane is where you just get you suck on the candy cane until it gets thinner and sharper, and you shove it in the person's dick.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then you fuck the bitch with it.
Wow. Good night.
And
I do declare.
I just, came up with that on the fly. Come on now.
Robin Williams style.
Yeah, good job, Timmy McFly. Yeah.
Great Scott.
Hey, great Scott there.
Marty, we gotta go back to the future. Why the fuck we going back to the future, Doc? You gotta fuck a dude in the ass. He's got hemorrhoids.
The hell I do. Man. So that was Dirty Dictionary. You've been listening to Tits, brought to you by Not Today Security. And they've got your security solutions. I feel like we've had a great show today. We've talked a little bit of sports. We've talked a little bit of some blotchiness. We've talked some dwarfs. We've talked some tiny houses. We've talked karaoke. We've gone over a wide array of subjects today, and just want to thank all of our listeners out there. We're now both on YouTube and on Anchor, so we are getting the message out. If that's a good message, I don't know about that. But the infection is spreading like a good STD should. Check us out. And we're not going to hand out Q-tips, so you have to listen at your own
discretion.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would recommend wearing a condom before listening.
Yes,
some ear
you and
condoms.
your friends. Yeah, ear condoms. But we do sincerely want to thank everybody that's listening out there. This has been Tits, the Idiots Talk Sports. Again, I'm Chance Del Fuego, and we got Drunk Tim and Big Paul, and
our amazing producer Kenneth.
That's right. And then our extra thanks, of course, go out to On the Border here. We are On the Border Studios that always takes care of us at our server today, Tuesday. Thanks for listening. You all have a great week. Have a great New Year's. Be safe out there. Use an Uber, for God's sake, so we can listen next year, or Lyft, or whoever.
AAA does it for free on New Year's.
Whatever ride service you can use. Just be safe out there. And until next time, thank you.
Have you ever felt like shutting the fuck up?
Well, I'm out, man.